And we're good now, no? I don't know what the fuck happened, man. Dude, what? That is some bullshit, man. Oh my god. Fucking random bullshit, man. Like, why would that happen, man? Like, what the fuck, man?
Unexpected. Because it first of all, it's not going to get scouted ever. Basically, it looks like Jaedong probably went for pool into expand here. So what's going to happen is Bisu's going to, and by the way, the lurkers have to morph like mid-Hydra journey here. So he sees the one cannon here. If he can get the lurkers up the ramp, he will probably just win the game. The question is going to be, can the cannon defend? And by the way, if the cannon defends, I think Zerg is basically out of the game.
Yeah.
This is not a build where you're like, oh, my one-hatch lurker didn't work. I'm going to go expand and try to play a macro game. You're already too far behind.
And the nice thing about, the lurker build here is the lurkers blow up the zealots. That's kind of the idea, is you blow up the zealots so they either stand there and die or they pull back, and that allows your zerglings up. And the mass zergling is what actually ends up killing. Like, the lurkers basically open the door in the wall with this rush.
Okay. The lurkers are out. It's still one cannon. It's 5 zealots. The lurkers are going to have to be broed in such a way where they're not in range of the cannon, but they can drive the zealots back. Oh my god.
Dude.
Oh my god, he's doing it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Unburrows 2 more, brings him forward. Oh, he's getting on top of the cannon there. Oh, this is huge.
Wow.
He gets it. Now, I don't know if there's a cannon in the main. You basically have to leapfrog the lurkers forward here.
Of course.
And the thing for Protoss is, like, you can still run up there and, like,
Jaedong, what a god, man.
Oh my god, okay, one cannon finishes there.
Wow.
X-Dark Shaded said the rats invade the stream, my boys.
Sadly,
we can't stop them, but what are you supposed to do? It's very it reminds me of the time when I have to have Kung Fu Rata back in my old garage forehead. The rat never gave up but flee the battlefield. But then sadly it ran off. I couldn't finish the job and that motherfucker left his shit on the way out. But core, the YouTube sound is okay but the mic sound is imbalal.
And what do you mean by that? It's too loud? Because I can lower the volume. Let me know. Anything you can tell me. I can lower the volume. So I lower the mic volume? Is that what you're saying? Oh, dude, I'm so disappointed that this happened. I was so hyped casting like the previous game, like fucking bullshit, man. I am pissed.
X-Dark Shaded said we good dog, it's beautiful. No mic is okay.
Oh, okay, so we leave it like the same? Because maybe I was like too loud compared to the game volume. Dude, you need to watch the whole thing, man. Like, it's so sad that all that I have fucking casted and watched so far, it's going to the toilet. Just because I didn't check this. Like, that's such a not fucking bullshit that happened. Like, I don't know why that happened. Like, I'm so tilted about that, but whatever, dude. Whatever.
Flashes command center first cross spawn. And then he goes one hatch lurker and kills Bisu and Jane Doe, a Protoss favorite map. What are we even looking at here, Tasteless? Jaedong is an absolute killer here tonight.
Yeah, all I can tell you is
wild, man.
Like
I gotta say, Jaedong is looking god tier here. And, Bisu is gonna be frustrated with that loss. I think there were a couple of hints there. I mean, but it was a tough one to read. He did, interestingly, he got a cannon in next to his Nexus, so he might have thought it was Mutas coming here. I guess that's one of the unique things about that map. It's hard to cover both the Nexuses and the entrance. And in case you guys are wondering, like, didn't the cannon finish? Why would he leave the game? The Lurkers is going to run around and hit the Nexus from the side.
The Dawn just played Flash.
There's no way to... You just kind of circle around the cannon and go somewhere else. So, I mean, pretty incredible game here. Jaedong, 1 win away from moving on. We're 1-0 right now in his best of 3. Knockout is going to be map number 2.
Which is why
How do you play here as Bisu after facing that? It's a more normal map, so I have a feeling we'll see a more normal game here. I don't think Jaedong can have another game like that.
2 games already gone to the shit.
Yeah, I think you're probably right about that.
Fucking bullshit, man.
Okay. We've got both players sharing the bottom, Jaedong in the bottom left and Bisu in the bottom right.
Come on, Jaedong.
It's
Holy fuck.
by the way, today
If you win this
so
game, you
far.
go out first play,
We're in
3-0
game 4
clean.
of the night, and I gotta say,
No
everything
losses.
has just been incredible so far.
Yeah.
I'm loving this
He
group.
beat Flash in a best of
Absolutely.
one.
Oh, this is
And
being
he's
a blast.
in the winner's side right now.
I can't wait for whatever storyline comes next with Flash trying to still get out of this group as well. The only sad
And
thing
he's
is that
1-0
like, one of these
against
guys
Bisu. He
isn't
needs
gonna
to
make
win
it.
one more game.
And if
That's
Ample
it,
has
man.
his way, 2 of them.
If
Welcome
Bisu
to
beats
China.
him the next 2 games,
think he knows
he
what-
goes
I think he
against the
miswrote what was
winner
supposed to
of
be on that
games.
sign.
Yeah.
I think he meant
Flash
to
and Ample
hello
with
from
China.
China.
X
All
Dark
right, whatever.
Shadek said
It's
I
like
missed the
99%
A-Dong
sure.
coconut
We are winning this
hairstyle.
game,
We
and
want
it's gonna
the
be-
old
looks
Dong
like a
back
forward
6
expand.
head.
We
But
know
on
that
the other
because the
hand,
probe
his
is gonna
new
scout after
style
the
looks
pylon
like a
here.
fucking Rico
This is a
Suave
map
pew
where if
pew
they go
pew.
hatch first, you can cannon rush behind the minerals. A lot of the times, that's what people
All I know,
use to
he has
decide
that
if they should go forge
Jaedong
opening or
killer
not.
look, man. And
So
he's
many people
locked
here in the Freak Up
fuck
studio. It's
in, and
crazy,
he's
man.
He's not
These are
messing
some
around,
lucky
man.
people being able to get into this
Oh, yeah.
and see this live.
Yeah.
And again, the Freak Up Studio, it's not a small studio, but it's not like there's a ton of seats.
He is
like,
not fucking around,
Popular
I'll tell you
matches
that
do get
much.
sold out.
Yeah, I heard this one sold out extremely quickly, as to be expected.
Right.
I mean, so far tonight it's delivering. Like I'm loving these games. Good variety so far as well. You know, solid macro games in the first couple, but very decisive plays from Jaedong overall. Kind of speeded the group along a little bit, really. Like, you know, here we are in like the second game in the winners match, and I feel like, oh, the game lengths haven't been that long considering the openers, right? Like fast third base and you know, in a command center first. You'd expect these games to go like 20 minutes each, but it's just not the case so far.
So it looks like he's ready
For a cannon rush.
for what could have been a cannon rush. He basically has a drone in the back to block. You can still try to go for it, but he's not going to do that.
Yeah.
And so Bisu basically makes the right call here
Nexus.
and opts to, you know, go for a Nexus on 15. Remember that when you see hatchery first, so like, you know, a lot of games you will cannon rush, and you can see he kind of thought about it and said, yeah, the drone's in a pretty good position.
Yeah.
By the way, if they have a decent position at all, you probably can't get away with a
I
cannon
don't
rush. And a lot of times, if you fail with your cannon rush and the hatchery stays up, like you're in a pretty terrible spot as Protoss. So in those kind of games, what you'll oftentimes see is that they go super macro. So since the lings are late, you go
he's
right
gonna lose the
into
program.
a gateway and then get your gas and get a cannon
Oh
out as
my
late as
God,
you
he's
can.
gonna block it? No.
And I think that this overall shows how good the
could
prep
have
for
known.
Jaedong has been today. And also Bisu. Like, don't forget he scouted Ample right away for that third base. That really only Ample takes a third base that quickly right now. But yeah, in seeing Jaedong like have his drone exactly in position ready, he microed perfectly to keep the probe, you know, on its back feet there. And wow, I love seeing them all in such great shape. You know, like we saw Flash versus Jaedong in, I want to say season 2 of ASL. They played in like the round of 8 and had like a decent match, but neither of them were in top form. You know, they were both good, and I think Flash actually might have won that season, but like it wasn't like right now. And we're watching them like
Right.
super dialed in, super prepared. Like I mean, whoever ends up winning this group, that is what a statement that is.
It's crazy. I still can't believe Flash is in the losers
I know.
right now. So we've got the double
the
lane
best of
block
one,
up here
man.
at
He
the
played
entrance.
great.
He's not
Just
going to be able to scout this.
Jaedong.
And I
Way
actually
better.
didn't see. Was there a den started Artosis?
I didn't see. I don't think so.
Okay, well we're gonna be checking in a second here. But right now, no, it's gonna be a layer. Okay, so yeah, with layer tech here, this is a pretty normal game. You know, Bisu unsurprisingly is going to be going for the Stargate opener. Probably going to be +1 attack zealots with +1 attack corsairs.
Does he go for
He
double
really likes to
Stargates?
play this style.
That's my next question.
And
'Cause he likes to go
second
for
gas
that
is
shit,
going to be
man.
done
Very
here.
often against
So we're going to get to see a much more straight up textbook looking PVZ from these two.
All right. Well, that is something that I really want to see between them. You know, I feel like I learned a lot watching their rivalry back in the day. and seeing like, oh, these are the things that they're doing against each other. Like I remember Jaedong like starting to go 5 and 6 hatchery and just like replacing the overlords he was losing and droning a little bit more heavily because Bisu was spending so much on Corsairs and things like that. Like those are some of my most fun memories of PvZ back in the day. And you know, to see them actually going towards a macro game here is so nice because Bisu still's got it in PvZ, man. Like I saw his win rate isn't quite as high as Reigns or Mini's. Well, Mini had that one season where he killed literally every Zerg in the world to win ASL. Right. So like that season really, really boosted him. But like I actually, like honestly, I think he's actually better than both of them PvZ right now. Even if they have slightly higher win rates.
I think you might be right. I mean, Bisu really knows how to strong arm Zergs really well. By the way, he's not totally confident about what kind of game this is. He's made 3 cannons in pretty defensive ways. I think he thought this might be some kind of a bust. He actually cancels one. Okay, I love that approach.
Yeah.
Just, you know, when you're faced with some kind of uncertainty like he was in that game, just start up the cannons, and if there's nothing coming, as the Corsair scouts, you can just cancel one. Beautifully done. And now the Corsair is going to go back. So this is going to be a game where we're going to get at least 5 Corsairs up. He might go for more. And then he's going to continue to get Zealots, get +1 attack, get the Zealot speed, and then have Templars when the time is right.
And Bisu traps his own probe there buying the mineral patches so he can stack those Corsairs easily. By the way, Bisu has the best Corsair usage in the world. No one would question that for a second. Like this guy retains Corsairs better than everyone and moves them better than everyone. Like that's like one of the big differences between Bisu and everyone else. And then he immediately gets hit by a Scourge there as I'm saying that.
You know?
Well, yeah, that's one of the things. He's so good at actively using the Corsairs. It's kind of a crazy thing. I think in the early days, people thought about Corsairs as something to stop mutas, where Bisu will just get Corsairs just to kill Overlords. You know, he really changed the way PvZ was understood and made it a lot more playable. Now, this is a game where there's 5 Mutalisks out, and this is very different than a guy who's going to just continuously get mutas. 5 mutas is enough where you have to respect and try to fight this. But at the same time, you know, it's not like you're going to be trying to snipe Templars right away here. So he's continued to get a few more mutas. There are Scourge with this too, but I don't think that there's any indication that Jaedong's going to try to truly be aggressive with this. He does come in there and take out 1 Corsair. That's huge.
That is huge. Oh my gosh. And another one does still have that Scourge hit on it. So a little bit dangerous here. Some more Scourge flying in with those mutas. He's trying to get this cannon done. Jaedong going to fly in, start picking off a few probes at least.
Dude, Jaedong is playing.
Yeah, the cannon's going to finish. He's going to have to back up.
Like,
there
so
is
far,
a way to flick shot with the Corsair.
Whatsoever,
if you have the Corsair,
just
like,
perfect
I want to
play.
say it's like 110-degree angle.
Insane.
If the Corsair is pointing away, you can get it to instantly turn, like on its head. Like, it looks really crazy. And you can, like, almost shoot behind yourself if you do that.
Like, you need to watch the other
hold on a
games
second.
as well,
This
man. Like,
Scourge going to come down
crazy.
here. Oh, my God. He's going to be very careful about trying to get those Corsairs back to safety. Now, when you lose too many Corsairs, it's annoying because you're having to pour more gas into Corsairs, which gives you less Templars. It's harder to get your upgrades out, all that kind of stuff.
And he's taken some damage with the Corsairs, but he only lost 1 so far. So not really the end of the world for him. He has his +1 done. He has some High Templars coming out. Adds another cannon there.
He
Couple
did not
gateways
morph an
in the
Archon, by the way.
No, he did not.
I was wondering. He basically didn't bite and decided to just bank those and try to get some Psystorms ready to go.
Power aura right next
staying
to
back.
me.
He's just trying to see is there anything else outside of my base right now that he can get, and he finds them. He gets some great shots on those Scourge.
He was not wrong.
Yeah, 7 Corsairs here. Going forward. Ooh, loses another one, but he is clearing most of the Scourge
I don't know
on
what
the map.
Jedi
If there's no
training
Scourge left, they will just dominate the mutas.
Before this, but
so that is something
fine.
Jaedong has to watch out for. You can see him pulling back. He does have his own +1 flyer carapace,
Cleared
which is
his
good.
mind.
I think he's actually hatching mostly Hydras right now. Which I think is
one
also
with
why
the
we
swarm
didn't
right
see the
now.
Archon. I think Bisu knows
Fully
that he needs to be
connected.
a step ahead. He can't play as if Jaedong's going to make the mistake of going mass muta against him. He has to play as if Jaedong's going to do very strong Jaedong things, such as going into heavy Hydra here.
He actually Jaedong went for air armor. Interestingly.
Yeah.
So he has 5 mutas, but does have the air armor upgrade. And yeah, he's going to go into that Hydra style. So Bisu's moved out. We don't see a third base started yet for Bisu. But he is going up into a lot of gateways here. So he's in a powering phase. I don't know if we have the robo. We haven't really looked inside Bisu's base at all as far as tech goes. Oh, man, you got to be careful when you get this far out with the Corsairs, because the Mutas and the Scourge can basically slowly stalk you into a corner, and you have to either fight or end up losing everything. And so that's about to happen here.
Ooh, this could be deadly. Look at the movement we have up there. In the meantime, Jaedong's hatchery does get canceled by Bisu's Zealots. Bisu is moving his Corsairs just right here. Jaedong has a lot of vision and didn't quite catch them and turns around. Look, he thinks he's about to intercept, I think. Like, now he sees the Corsairs in the top right with his Overlord. He thought Bisu snuck through there. Dude, the mind games of watching these two move around their air armies is amazing.
The movement is so advanced here. Okay, the Scourge are coming. He's not even going to try to flick shot it. He's just going to eat the damage, and he's going to get intercepted by more Scourge and these Mutalisks coming here. This is really bad.
Yeah,
another pair goes down. He's going to be trying to hit these. He actually slips up. Jaedong not able to continuously shoot those down. So he's down to 3 Mutalisks here. Oh my god. And now he's going to come in here and try to hit these Templars.
Well, he gets one, he gets 2. Not bad. He killed most of the Corsairs and 2 High Templars there.
Yeah.
That's going to make Bisu's job a lot harder.
Man.
Now, I don't think that Bisu has any sort of timing attack here. I actually think he has to sit back and play kind of defensively. Maybe take his third base there on the high ground and just kind of hold on and macro up a bit.
Yeah, I mean, this is rough. The 2 Templars being taken out. I mean, you need to have 4 Templar to push, ever. It's not going to work otherwise. Bisu's done a good job with the DT of basically staying up in the top and making sure that no drones can be sent up there to expand. Jaedong's going to go ahead and expand down here towards his mineral only as Bisu is expanding here. And I think we just went up to 8 gateways. So Bisu basically macroed up to 6 gates, expanded, and then threw down his final 2 gateways.
That makes sense. That's very Bisu. Like, he takes pretty fast nexuses compared to most Protoss players. Now, Jaedong has remade his mutas. The Corsair count is very low for Bisu. He's not normally at 2 Corsairs at this point in the game. So here come those mutas. Oh, the pre-storm does nothing. Jaedong juking out of the way ahead of time.
He smells
Man, I would be so scared if I was Bisu right now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just no way to keep these Templars
there
alive
are no storms
long
left.
enough. He's going to lose. I
gonna
think literally every Templar.
Good.
There's 1 more remaining here. But again, you got to remember, when the Hydra number gets that high, it's like a wall of Hydras. It's like a tsunami of Hydras coming up here. I don't know that Bisu's going to survive the next minute or 2.
No, this is so many Hydras and no storms left. Look at this. He's flanking with more Hydras as well as the Mutalisks. And even with that high ground advantage, I think that Jaedong has enough to break through here.
Yeah, I mean, it all goes back to those Corsairs. So often PvZ is like this. You have to keep your Corsairs alive, or you can't get anything done. When mutas come in there, they will just smash your Templars. And, you know, someone who's very active like Bisu, moving his Corsairs around, kind of paid for it. Jaedong just waited and stalked those down and then set up a really nice mid-game attack.
I really wanted to watch
so
the best of 3 between Flash and
Actually, hold on a second. More Hydras are going to come down here.
I mean,
you know, if Bisu can survive the next minute or 2, the game's going to go on. But if not, I think this game is over.
Yeah, I think Jaedong has enough Hydras coming over that you're just barely not going to be able to hold on here. Maybe if you still had your Photon Cannons up, but the Zerglings are dealing with those. The High Templars have to run. Bisu's evacuating his third base. Dude, Jaedong is just... This is some prime Jaedong we're looking at here.
Just godlike play here from Jaedong. He's denying those cannons. The DT is going to drive back the Hydralisks here. We do have Overlord speed, so all Jaedong has to do is basically reorient himself and get some Overlords to push here, and I think the game's over. But let's see if there's any way Bisu can hang on.
It doesn't seem too likely because Jaedong, it's not like Jaedong's on 3 base. He is on 4 base. You know, he has that mineral only, and the mineral only is fine. Like, he's mostly making Hydralisks right now, so it's not really an issue where he's getting gated by the lack of gas. He's got tons of hatcheries. He's macroing cleanly. He hasn't taken any damage this game, which is uncommon against Bisu. You know, and look at this. He's switching back and forth, back into the Mutalisks. I personally love this style of Muta Hydra, like over and over again, and just consistently keeping that High Templar count down. And Jaedong is showing just how good he's at it. Like, the fact that he has dodged pretty much every storm with the Mutas, he's a precog Tasteless. Don't even think about doing a crime. Jaedong will know.
Yeah, he's going to come in here again. And it's the same idea as the previous attack. He's looking for any Templars he can get. He's going to go ahead and hit these probes, probably force them to be pulled here. And the question is he going to find any Templars where this is? Right now, Jaedong is just ramping up the amount of Hydras that he's going to have in this game.
Yo, what up, Cookie?
Oh, my God. Even trying to go for that Observer is so crazy.
Jaedong is expanding to the top left during all this as well. So going up to 5 bases, just making this unbreakable army. Like, look at this supply. Jaedong is up by 30 supply in a Zerg versus Protoss. That is just not what you want to see. If the supplies were reversed, we'd be like, oh, yeah, it's a close game. But in this case, it's like Jaedong just continues to dominate. The only thing I can say is, like, he is just a layer tech Zerg right now. You know? I haven't seen a lurker. So if Bisu hits a critical mass and he gets enough Psystorms, it's crazy the amount of Hydras you can actually clear. Like, maybe he still has, like, one good push in him.
Yeah, a lot more damage continuing to be dealt over here to these workers. Jaedong just macroing up. He's got so many Hydralisks out here right now. He is going to be hitting from both sides. Oh my God, the counterattack is going to be brutal.
Bunch number 2.
Look at his setup of the Hydras on the low ground there as well. As the army comes up, he might move up with those Hydras and try to snipe that Nexus. Oh, no, he's pulling back. Okay, okay. I think Bisu kind of sees that. I like Bisu's army movement very much right now. Look at this. He's intercepting this before the other army comes up to hit him. And a good Psystorm this time, but the mute is still getting in and getting a High Templar.
Okay, hold up a second. Bisu's going to be able to push here. Now, he has 4 Templars. That's a lot of Storm. 1 Templar does get sniped by the Hydras. Another incredible Storm there. A lot of Hydras in the back just eating damage. And the Hydras on the bottom are actually being driven back. Hold on a second. Is Bisu still in this game? He's looking like he can barely hang on.
Well, yeah, it looks rough, but he is doing a counterattack during this time. So if he ends up holding, it looks like Jaedong might have enough here that he doesn't take massive damage as well. Bisu having to pull back those cannons. It's miraculous that Bisu is even still in this game.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's fucking Bisu, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. He needs to get a storm off. Oh, my God. Right when it was at 75 energy. Oh, it's so painful. So it looks like Bisu's driven him away. Again, if Protoss can just continue to power up, maybe he's got a shot that Archon is sniped. Jaedong's so on top of everything.
And another little Hydra flank here. Oh my gosh. A couple Zealots come up to do the tanking there for Bisu. But look at Bisu's supply. It's getting so low right now. Like, maybe if he had a third gas, I'd feel a bit better about this position. But he's having a hard time keeping High Templars alive. Jaedong has drones at the top left now. 3 base versus 5 base, just not looking good for our Protoss champ.
Yeah, I mean, the problem also is Bisu's gotten so big
the thing
on
is
his
that
side of the map.
Behind this, Jaedong is
gotten
just
so
like
big on his side of the map.
Still growing, man.
Excuse me.
Bisu is
Bisu is hanging on.
X-Dark Shaded said Bisu's tree definition of the Shield of War, a monster toss player.
I guess the reality is if Bisu can continue to upgrade and maybe take 6 o'clock, I guess the game would go on. I mean, if we don't have the layer tech departure soon, eventually Protoss will get to 3-3. That does put you in a better position. You can't get 3-3 as Zerg or 3-3 as Zerg until you have a Hive.
What we have.
You'd imagine he'd go Hive pretty soon, right? Like, just the fact that Bisu's still in the game. I feel like investing in a Queen's Nest is not ever going to bite you in the butt right now. It's like that's the only out for Bisu, is that Jaedong somehow only stays on Hydra Tech for the whole game, and Bisu just storms it all down. So yeah, I would like to see that from Jaedong. But Bisu now moving out on the map, seeing if he can maybe find some sort of damage out there to equalize the game.
Unfortunately.
Decent size storms, but I'm worried the Hydra count is just so high here. I mean, it's just Dragoons. I think maybe with a little bit of micro,
I should always like check my stream before.
X-Dark Shaded said I'm a rewatch the stream with the rat sounds.
Trickle in here with the rest
it
of this.
sounded
Dragoons
so epic for
you need to have a couple guys in the front taking damage.
They're casting,
and here we are now. Those Zelts are going to come up here. We need to have more Templars here as well.
Yeah, the Dragoons are being microed amazingly, and he does bring up a few Zealots. Like, he's battling better than he really should be able to.
It's a shame because
I think Jaedong is still probably in control of this game. Like, he has so much production right now that even if Bisu does well here, you can see he's mined out in his natural, he's mined out in his main base. So he's just got a few mineral patches left. He just can't keep this up.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, he's so low on everything that he needs right now. We're going to have the 2 Templars come down here. He is going to morph that into an Archon, but I'm just worried that the Protoss army is getting thinned out here. The production that Jaedong is sitting on is just so powerful that I think over time,
Jaedong just keeps making Hydras and rallying Hydras,
GG.
man. Get the fuck
That tug of
out.
war in the middle of the
Holy
map is
fuck,
inevitably
Trio
Jaedong when he just had so much.
gets first place out of the
Let's
group.
rewatch the games again here. Coral once so salty.
Perfectly. This is quite the story, Artosis. Jaedong looks like he could win this entire season of ASL. He is in some of the best condition I have ever seen.
100%. He just beat Flash's command center first, and he 2-0'd Bisu. Like, what more do you need to show? Give him the trophy. The tournament's over. That's it. We don't even care who gets out in second place. That's honestly winning this group. I mean, that it's similar to a championship. You're just like, damn, that is insane. And he played out of his mind. He never looked like he was in trouble in any game.
No.
Just prime peak Jaedong here tonight.
Prime pick Jaedong.
I'm
Perfect
totally inspired.
gameplay. He was
he's
one with
wanted
the
to
swarm,
win ASL
man.
for
Like
so
I'm telling
long.
you,
He's
I don't
always
know
been
what
great, but
fucking
he was
Jedi
never
training
able to capture
he
that
did
kind of
before
greatness
this,
that he had in the past.
Yeah.
You know, in that era that he's
It's
so
all
known
about
for,
the
in that,
mindset,
you know,
man.
that
It's not even
defining
the
period
skills.
of
We
Star
know
Wars
they
history.
have the skills.
We're going to take a
mechanically
quick look at a
speaking.
replay before we go. Okay, this is a great moment that they caught
Bam.
here. So
Experience
the
and
Corsairs right now are
knowledge and-
stuck in the top.
He
And
definitely
Jaedong's
studied
literally
his
trying to
opponents.
intercept him. He thought he would
studied
catch
the
him there.
maps.
This Overlord gets killed, and he
He
goes, okay, I
just
found
fucking-
him. He's going to try to come back here. And by the way,
Like
be
even
really
Flash
careful
said
how
in the
far away
interview,
you are from
dude,
home
I
with
have a
Corsairs.
powerhouse aura right
a moment
next
like
to
this
me
is gonna
when he was
happen.
with Jaedong right next to me.
And he
felt
just
it, bro.
eats damage.
He was
and the
not
Corsair
wrong.
count, I think, goes from
You wanna see that?
7
Look at that.
down to 3.
Aside, I bet you're simply looking forward to playing here as well. Be there. So I think, as you were to benefit from this, what do you think? Was it reason? Was it romance? I think both are applicable. Honestly, I just thought about when Flash and I might get to play again. Everyone else will
Just so
still
you
be
know, Jaedong
there. So I
picked
just
Flash.
picked him.
to play with him in this group.
Let's talk to Jaedong's first opponent then.
He brought
as well.
Flash to
Hello,
the group.
Flash.
He was like,
Hello.
me, Flash,
You wanted
Bisu, when
to
is
join
that ever
Group
gonna
C,
happen
and
again?
now the
Let's
matches
make it
are
happen,
all
man.
but imminent. What shape are you in today? I was a little under the weather in the morning due to all the rain.
Yo, what up,
but
chicken?
It has stopped. So I'm feeling good. It'll be fun. It's not just that you're back on stage after a long absence, but also the players you'll face off against today. What mindset are you preparing for evenly matched? I'd like to hear your predictions as to how your match will pan out. Jado,
Listen.
what do you think? I want to let the game do the talking.
I'm just gonna let the game do the talking.
Oh, what a match after 8
And
years.
listen to Flash.
And Flash? I'm feeling a breeze of power next to me. Wait a minute.
I'm feeling a breeze
I
of
prepared
power
diligently
next
too.
to me.
For 10 days, I
What
worked
is this
hard.
aura, man?
It's a very meaningful tournament for me. I want nostalgia to shine through today. I prepared well and will show you a good performance. So resolute is Flash at the end there. We can't close it out without Ample and Bisu giving us their closing remarks either. Ample, your final remarks?
If you don't want to watch the first games
With
again,
this
let's
group
go.
ultimately
let's go.
being of
I
my
can put them
making,
in. Like
I
I
will show you
already
entertaining
casted
games.
this, but
And Bisu?
it's not gonna be the same thing. So
When
I
we
know
were in
already
that group
what's gonna
together back
happen.
then, I got knocked out.
If you
I'll
guys
make sure
wanna
to
watch
advance
this
today.
here, by all means.
Can't wait. Let's also hear one last
So
time
you
from Jaedong and
know
Flash as well.
how we
Jaedong?
got to this
When we were
point
in
where
that group of
Jaedong
death
goes
last
out
time,
in
I made it
first
through in first place. I'll try and
with
advance in first
flawless
place today as well.
victories, man. Like, what the
Looking
fuck,
forward to
man.
it.
And this fourth
Wait,
player,
wait,
by the way, Ample. This is a new player to me. I have no idea what's up with him, but rest assured, this guy is no fucking rookie, man. Like, this first game against Bisu is crazy, and I think the only reason he didn't win is because he slightly rushed his push out timing that he did against Bisu. I think if he does that shit slightly slower, a bit more methodically, a bit more patient, wait for more reinforcements, and slowly push out towards the Protoss base, I think he wins. Unfortunately, I think he kind of rushed it a little bit. Bisu saw that, he seizes the moment, and he just fucking punishes him. But this is already a crazy macro game between these two players, man.
Understand, look at the game is built off of what these three have done.
Yeah. So we're going to start this off with Bisu versus Ample here. This should be a fun one here. Bisu, you know, an absolutely terrifying player in PvT, but Ample, he's a very crafty guy. He just needs to win one game. Let's see what happens, man.
Let's see it. Polestar.
All right, we've got cross spawns here. Bisu in the top right, Ample in the bottom left. And I would not be shocked if this is the one of the most watched StarCraft days ever, like this match.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of hype around this. In Korea, obviously, a lot of people have been super excited to see these guys duke it out, bringing back a lot of old fans of StarCraft from back in the day. And at the same time, you know, you've got all these people outside Korea. Like, I've had 3 different friends, none of which they don't know each other, all deciding to come back and start playing again, or to start watching StarCraft 1. These are like guys from way back when. Yeah. You could see in the Freak Up studio, it's completely sold out. I know a lot of people flew in for this. Congratulations if you were able to get a ticket, by the way. Tickets were almost impossible to get to this this event. You probably could have sold a lot more seats and put this in a lot bigger of an arena, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think this studio fits about 300 people, something like that. But yeah, I mean, there were so many people eager to jump on this. So cool to see. So, you know, decent amount of foreigners down here for this as well.
No question. You know, this would be like, it's like a bucket list level event that you want to go and see. By the way, we just saw a stat in the bottom right. Bisu has the 2nd highest PvT win rate in ASL after Snow.
That's right.
That's pretty awesome, because a lot of people don't even think about him for his Protoss First Terran, you know, because his Protoss First Zerg is so legendary. But just a fun stat there for you to show this guy. And legit, he's super good Protoss First Terran. It doesn't stand out like Snow or Best, where they have like these crazy styles that you look at. But the fact that it's a higher win rate than Best really shows the type of level that he plays at.
Yeah, Bisu's going to go for the Gateway expand here. And by the way, his PvT, it's very well-rounded. I don't think there's anything he can't do. We've seen him do, you know, kind of old school Arbiter style.
We've seen him do crazy proxies. When is Kakaroto going to South Korea?
With speed,
I would like to know.
Mass shuttles.
My mission is to see an ASL and get signatures of all players, especially Bisu and the monster himself. Yay, dog. This is an emergency, my dog.
It's been a couple of times already.
This game, he did go for what I think he's chosen to do more in the last couple of ASLs.
My mission is to see an ASL and get signatures of all players, specifically
this build is
Flash.
very trendy in general right now, but it's going to be the gateway.
I need that as well. I already have a couple signatures on my keyboard.
And this is generally not intended to do real damage.
Yeah, that will be epic, man. Getting in their signatures. I have already my keyboard.
They can't do anything crazy cheesy like go command center first or try to take a super fast command center on the low ground.
With a couple signatures here, and one of them is from
in a lot of ways, this makes the kind of barracks,
Artosis himself,
command center play
and
much harder to pull off.
Uni or whatever her
from
name
there,
is.
You're basically going to be going for a factory, trying to push out to
beautiful,
expand,
gorgeous
but it kind of balances things out.
Was like,
yeah, I think it's a great way to hedge against
like
the quick
the
command center builds. You know, whether it's just like
GSL.
a one depot command center or, of course, command center for sure.
And I also have a fucking Cure, which is
those types of builds, especially with how popular Nexus First is. If you alternate this build and Nexus First, like Terran just kind of has to factory expand against you. You know, it's
if I could bring this keyboard to the ASL and get those player signatures, I mean,
almost every game on the ladder that you'll see is one of those two.
Yeah, it's a great way to
Dark
play.
Shadix said I need to witness the vibe and try out the games and get wrecked.
Right away
would be a dream come true, my
we'll
dog.
probably have the Robo come down here unless there's a surprise tech like right now. You know, we do see some players, and this is way less trendy, but go for
right, so
Citadel.
In short,
try to run DTs across the map. Sometimes Terrans will be a little bit greedy.
This is a flawless, fast 3 base.
But yeah, Bisu versus Ample.
Terran build order
such a fun match.
into
I'm so excited
11 minutes.
I feel like
9 factory push outs.
I've just sort of been
and
waiting
this was
for this
completely designed to just murder
so
90% of process, man.
It's kind of brutal that it was Group C.
Except the execution.
Last week, I'm like, damn, I have to wait
like
a week now for this. But
he slightly rushed it.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that the group
and
is
Bisu is just a monster against Terran.
Today is the first time you and I have talked about Ample versus Bisu. But this is like a legit match that I would be looking at.
He was like, I need to punish you right now,
Ample's
otherwise
in so good shape, you know. Like,
let's
see what he can bring out against Bisu. And so far, he's playing like a very solid, stable game here. It looks like he's going for mines, and he's skipped the bunker, which is nice. And he's even going to bring his Marines forward. So bringing the Marines around the side like this is like if you go only Vulture.
You can tell Bisu studied his opponents because if you look at the minipad, he's moving constantly and checking bases with his probe.
That third base, like one of those,
and he's going to identify
sometimes you
or
actually
like
just
scout
get with the Marines
exactly when.
But he's not doing that, so it's not a big deal. But like I like
in place a fast third base.
Bisu scouted an unbelievably fast third base.
That's insane. You can tell he knows.
Literally perfect. Is that like a 5-minute, 30-second timing scout?
Against,
he like got
there
right
watched this guy.
Down. Third bases are
games.
I got
in
chills.
games like this are pretty rare.
So he's like, all right, let me make my third nexus immediately, and then
specifically Ample thing.
Right after,
so Bisu's really
whenever
done
possible,
his homework.
Get my fourth
I watch a lot of Ample games since he's been at the top of the ladder for like a while now.
In Brood War, Protoss has to be one base ahead of Terran. It's like
where he takes an unreal fast.
Zer versus Protoss, Zer has to be one base ahead. Well, it's the same
everything, and if you don't scout it quickly, you're in trouble.
But PvT, basically.
Literally looked for that and instantly threw down his own third nexus. And you know what? He should throw down a fourth nexus as soon as he can. In fact, if he makes that other nexus location look like his third nexus, Ample will just have to defend normally, and Bisu, I think, gets ahead.
Okay, one mine does end up hitting on that Dragoon. He's going to both push out and try to poke this while he's taking a super fast third base. So I like the idea. Sometimes you can try to hit the Terran as they're taking a third base, and you'll end up failing just because it's like hard to get observers over there and then get the material necessary to actually dismantle the position.
Yeah.
3 tanks with siege mode and like a turret or 2 usually is enough to hold off anything you've got. Bisu is going for a Robo Bay here. He's going to go ahead and pick off that one. Hold on a second. The tank's going to siege up. Yeah, he has to back up. Takes out the Vulture. And, you know, we're in kind of a rapid macro game here. Both sides growing very, very quickly. Ample was pretty safe in how he took that third base. And I don't think there's any real way that Bisu can punish. It's certainly harder to do cross spawns, but even then, I mean, this is probably going to be a situation where I think Bisu needs to take a fourth base.
Yeah.
I guess the question is, how fast can you take a fourth base? Can you take it off of just having
Whenever
2 gateways? That doesn't feel safe, but
no,
you know, people are getting so good at corner cutting now.
Well, that's why I was kind of suggesting if he takes a fourth base right away, he should be able to keep pace with the macro that Ample's going to put out. Because Ample's going to have to buy turrets. You know, he doesn't know what's going on, but you have to assume the worst, right? Like, you have to look at this and say, probably a Reaver's coming, and defend against it. Because if you don't, the Reaver just can basically kill you and end the game. But this has slowed down Bisu's fourth base. And you got to be careful, because when Terran gets a third base this quick, man, if they go into an 8 or 9 factory timing push, like, they're going to be moving out by 12 minutes with like 150, 160 supply, which is insanely strong against Protoss right now.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, we are in such a crazy developed game here.
Bisu goes for speed shuttle, Reaver drop,
like,
but honestly, like, the first drop he does...
Explosion of factories. I like the idea of getting the shuttle and the Reaver up.
Ample is ahead.
Like, and at least forcing turrets up, because otherwise the Terran can just... If they skip turrets, they can throw factories down so fast and push you and just kill you.
Such a good
So this
game,
is smart, even though it's probably not going to do a whole lot. At least it forces some honesty out of the Terran, some level of respect here. We don't know what the definitive late game tech is going to be. You know, we see the fourth base is almost done. We see the Citadel is finished as well. But it's not clear that it's Arbiters yet. We don't see any carrier tech. We don't even know if it could be, for instance, just Templars with shuttle speed, something like that. You know, using Psystorm is basically the late game tool.
He's waiting for speed. There he goes.
Looks like he was waiting here for shuttle speed. Gonna go ahead, fly over that first missile turret. There's a secondary one waiting for him. And really well-placed turrets there. Really well-placed. And in fact, he's going to be able to kill this Reaver super fast. Oh, he missed it. He doesn't get the last shot off there.
Turret,
so now the Reaver is actually going to get a bit more damage. Oh, my God. That's crazy.
Yeah, not getting a whole lot done there. No. Just trying to see if he
this
can
is
come
not a good trade at all.
Kills. You know, when you put that extra
you have to research, which is super expensive, by the way.
Die to any kind of weird
speed shuttle upgrades.
Some kind of suicide.
Get the robotics bay. Get the.
Bisu's a little bit late.
The shuttle, obviously, the Reaver. What did you accomplish? Kill one tank, one turret, 2 SCVs.
He's actually a little bit late.
No, dude.
Transferring workers to his 12 o'clock base here as well. But we're really ramping this up to a
we're at minute 10. Look at when we get to 11. Minute 11.
This is going to get really big, really
fast push from Terran.
And Ample's attack is. It looks like it's going to be on time. So it's 3,
it's like 7 factories.
7 factories so far. Obviously, he had to build a lot of missile turrets, and he had to run some SCVs away, so that kind of slows your production at least a little bit. But he's already got a lot of units, as you can see, right? Like, he's really... This macro opening from him is going to give him a very strong timing attack.
Yeah, I'm a little scared for Bisu right now.
Regardless, look at the observers by Bisu, man. One outside of between the natural and
generally, when you see like mass vulture tank,
one outside of the natural,
okay,
close to the mineral line, and
one
in Ample's main. So Bisu knows everything.
As they're moving. You know,
there's the push out.
Some side storms and try to take the game that way. There's 2 other shuttles that are going to be full of zealots. Is he going to actually go for this, or is he going to run back?
Yeah, I think you have to run back until you have those zealot legs, right? If you don't have zealot legs, you can't really engage the
So far, so good. Like, this is looking
he's going to have to like
rally everything, really slowly build turrets,
because Ample's already mid-map with a gigantic army. If you take this nice and slow, it's so hard for Protoss to break it. This type of push is the most popular thing in Terran versus Protoss right now. Is this 3 base like.
But soon, this is when he makes a mistake. Like, he
like this is
kind of rushes to move
fast. How
way faster.
Yeah, now Terran.
And this is when this is like, all right,
we're gonna have him attack in here now. The shuttles are gonna come in. He's gonna try to unload right on top of these tanks. We have the Templars coming here as well. Nice size storms.
Dude, Bisu's so good.
Oh my God, does he actually? Yeah, Bisu's so skilled at this.
That's crazy. Oh my God, look at that push.
Yeah, pretty beautifully done. And what he does now is he just needs to back up. I think there's a.
And now the supplies is 150 for Protoss, 110 for Terran, man.
Like, there, but you know, once you've killed off that.
Like I said, if he like, I don't know, wait a little bit more and like really. Slowly.
If he can come in here and clobber this attack one more time, it's going to be huge.
Frog leap towards his base. I don't know, like unsieging 2-3 tanks.
This is such a weak
not everything, you know, like
not really generating any.
I don't know, dude. It feels like Bisu will have been a really tough spot.
I don't think he should push.
But now it's
I
like,
actually think hunkering down mid map like this and like
this is by no
means
game
trying to play
over.
kind
It's
of a
just that
reactive game here. While threatening to push and never doing it, I think that's the only way to really come back in a position like this. Like, not that he's 100% dead, but Bisu has definitely taken an advantage from here. You know, like he killed so many tanks. Basically. It doesn't feel like you can actually push through his army anymore. But, you know, having forward positions that kind of slow Protoss movement are underrated in general, I'd say, right? Like making Protoss run around like this, you can just kind of shift your army down, lay some more mines, just exactly like
you tried to max on 3 bases.
Yeah, he's going to send these zealots in over here. And you know, the problem is the tanks are all fragmented. He's got 4 tanks over here. There's a bunch of other tanks that are off screen now.
And from this point, like Bisu just does not stop the aggression and pressure.
He's going to hit a couple more
just keeps hammering the Terran over and over and over while taking more and more bases.
Yeah, more zealots getting on top of these
dropping zealots, dropping high templars, storming everything.
It's kind of a trade,
sniping
but these
everything
types
with
of
the
trades
dragoons.
are so much better for Protoss. If you
Supply
kill all the tanks,
93 against
that's
152.
Really what it comes down to. You generally don't want to lose all your dragoons, but if you get all the tanks at the same time,
like I feel like Amber really had a solid chance to beat Bisu here,
keeping
man.
That
but
tank count low, there's
I'm
just no
telling you,
real
just
attack
that
that can come up
tiny
there.
little.
And look at this supply, 89. Anytime you're dropping below 100 supply as Terran, it's pretty dire. Like, Terran needs to scale. You feel as Terran like you need 150, 160 to really play the game.
And you know how hard it is to control things in Brood
this
War,
was a fantastic game here for Bisu.
It's such a hard game, dude.
Obviously, it's not
and
over
all these
yet.
players are basically
Terran is
playing
going to try to take 6 o'clock.
close
The middle
to
has not been cleared, by the way.
These
Bisu's
games
kind of run around and he's
insane.
basically hitting the soft spot.
It's not like,
here.
oh, this guy got completely
but he eventually
crushed
is going to get some dragoons out and try to clear the center. I don't know if there's actually tanks over there or not.
Fucking all.
Well, he's got a couple tanks at this third base, but going to drop out some High Templars. Okay, yeah, he does end up storming the SCVs some and actually kills quite a few. There wasn't even that many SCVs there. Actually, kind of a surprisingly low number of SCVs were at that third base. So he doesn't take as much damage as I guess he could have. But Bisu's taking a 5th. He has a probe in the top left, ready to take another main. Just looking fantastic. Just straight up strong play from Bisu. And good prep, too, to scout that fast third. Imagine you don't scout that fast third and you're getting like an observer and making goons and you take your third base like a minute after Terran. Like, you're in a terrible spot when that push comes. But damn, Bisu has nailed this game.
And it really was like a perfectly timed scout, like 5 minutes, 30 seconds. He's going to drop in here again, by the way. Now, notice that 6 o'clock is being taken here. So, like, this isn't exactly the most efficient attack in here, especially with Terran growing into the bottom spot. So, I'm a little bit worried for Bisu here. I feel like he may be trying to force this a little bit. If he actually takes the third base out, it doesn't matter. He'll be fine. But, like, where these tanks are on the low ground, that's going to be so hard to uproot.
Yeah, getting any damage in here is pretty good, though. Look, he's barely mining from this base, so it's, like, hard for Ample to even produce out of all these factories, right? Like, he's got to make more SCVs, he's got to reroll. Oh, I guess he doesn't have to make those depots again that he lost because his supply is so low. Yeah, right now, 60 supply advantage for Bisu. That's not a position Protoss optimizes from.
I don't give a fuck what people say.
No, he's in great shape. He's taking another base here.
You can also come up with maybe Age of Empires 2.
I guess the only thing left for Bisu to do is to clear the center. You know, there's still a lot of mines, a lot of turrets over here. You got to be careful, especially when you're running around with pure zealot.
Those 2 games are basically
it can be very, very difficult to actually, not run into a bunch of mines and just lose everything. But he is going to kind of try to run around here regardless. Again, he's coming through with these very small armies. I assume there's Templars in here. If he can do a couple more storms over here, would be nice.
Yeah, definitely losing a lot of units down the bottom, but at least he's pushed most everything back at that point.
Like I said, keeping the tempo, keeping the pressure.
Nexus in top left, probes going there now, just now starting to set up some
more
defense
bases.
And maybe some gateways up there as well.
He's taking 6th base now.
You know, he's growing very well, but you know, Ample's playing well. Despite like what a bad position this has become, the fact that he's got his 4th base up relatively quickly, you know, maybe
non-stop,
maybe there's some
This
comeback
is like
potential there because
boom, boom.
Love the side storms. Don't know that he gets any SCVs with that, but those are
like
going to be
Zerg, you know,
squishy,
hammering,
for the next side storm that's going to come in there.
Growing and growing.
In a game where it looked like Ample was pretty dead, he's kind of stabilized. I think Bisu was trying to be a little bit too fancy, you know, with some of these like guerrilla attacks here and there.
Yeah.
In different sides of the
map.
Well,
Age of Empires 2 is a bit like that too.
And max out.
StarCraft 2 and Age of Empires 4 are like
was hitting
much
his third
more
base,
easier.
The 4th base was actually being taken.
Automated and shit.
Yeah, there was really nothing over there either. And you're right, if you clear the center, then you can choose where to attack. That's why that center position can be so strong. Like, well, he's on the left side. Okay, well, maybe he wants to attack 6, but he has to walk all the way around. So yeah, clearing the center, I think, is probably... It's like one of the first things you really want to do in Protoss vs. Terran.
In general, not even fucking RTSs only, you know?
So... I mean, I don't know that he can get in here now. I mean, when you're at about 150 supply, Terran's pretty hard to fight head on, especially if they're sieged up and kind of waiting for you to come in here.
183 against 146.
Keep him off of that 5th base location in the center left. He's going to come in here and drop again. Probably
dude, have you seen like
up here? No, mass.
When has Bisu stopped attacking?
He's going to try to brute force
from that
his way
moment,
in, like Best or something.
Never.
And he has a lot
He's
of
like, I don't give a fuck.
This could be one of these positions where you just
I'm not gonna let you come back,
center,
you know?
with that many dragoons.
A couple trades might not be the best. I don't care. I can afford
that if he really tries. Yeah, and he's going to go
for it. This is a great play.
Yeah,
I didn't think he was going to be able to get away with this, but he absolutely
Goodbye,
did
CC.
it. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be a real uphill fight here for Ample. Ample's actually, he might be able to trap some of this in here. He might be able to push this into a corner.
Yeah, he can probably kill a huge amount of these Dragoons, but like I would still say that was basically worth it for Bisu.
Another shuttle, man.
Command center is Terran. It's incredibly.
There's always painful. The next move incoming.
I don't think
right
he should attack
next
the economy anymore
from
though.
Previous one.
Like, okay, see how he's coming in with another drop here. Like, I get it, but the SCV count is not super high already. It feels like diminished returns at this point. We're like, okay, the only
I kind of disagree with Artosis here. He's like, this is not that worth.
Because you've already reduced the economy so significantly so many times.
If I'm like almost
just
maxed,
continually attack like siege tanks,
and I'm making sure your economy stays shit.
Ample can never get a foothold on the map.
He's maxed again, 199.
Yeah. I mean, Bisu's basically in control of almost the entire.
He's taking
his
7th base
in the
at
top
the
left.
moment.
He's had most of his gateways in his main.
And another gigantic force
gonna pretty badly. He is going to reclaim that third base by taking the Nexus from his main and relocating it over there.
You gotta give it to Ample.
It looks like if there is a push towards the top left, he wants to all this. That's so many
non-stop
tanks. Oh my
aggression.
God! If you could Psystorm that, it would be insane.
Yeah. 2-2 upgrades there on both sides last I've seen. So both of them keeping up with upgrades really, really well.
He's going to go in.
And here
comes,
I think,
for Protoss, actually.
Oh, wow, yeah. Well, Bisu coming in with another big attack. And let's see how these Psystorms actually hit. Hit some okay ones at the top there. Okay at the bottom as well. Wow, that's a lot of Zealots. Oh, my God, that's a lot of Zealots.
He's making it work. He's going to have those go right through there. He's going to have wiped out all of those tanks. That was like the vast majority of all the tanks that Ample had. I think he might be tapping out. Because now 6 o'clock is going to fall.
I'm telling you,
Bisu
is like, what the fuck, man?
The bottom right main. Yeah, GG Bisu.
Holy fuck. And you're like, but Ample was like, nah, Ample played fucking solid, man. But holy fuck.
Pretty masterful PvT there.
Really.
Got a little shaky
and now,
in some of the mid-late game, but honestly.
Flash versus fucking Jadon, man.
Gods of their respective races in the past, here now in 2026, in a fight to see if one of these two can get out of this group and go on into the round of 8. Oh my God, this drone. Oh.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
That was bad.
Look at the
got a lot of adrenaline. Okay. He's got that look in his face though, Tasteless. He's got that absolute.
Look at the dog.
He's got a lot of adrenaline. Okay. He's got.
What is this shit? He's coming back from a Jedi ninja training in the Temple of Time and Light. You know, is he locked in or what?
Got that look in his face though, Tasteless. He's got that he's had it the whole season, whereas I don't feel like he's had it as much in previous seasons where he hasn't done as well in ASL, so, even though he's done pretty well.
I'm not gonna even spoil it,
but like
here,
Jadong is in championship form right now. He has gotten so many all kills in the KCM Race Survival Series and the Pro Leagues. Like he has been, he has by far the highest win rate.
He's
in the Pro
one
right
only mistake, and he's
Guys,
gonna make
before
that
this game
adjustment
picks
for next time.
Please consider signing up for our Patreon. It's patreon.com.
But rest assured, it's not
ASL
like
English. We love doing this. We would love your
Flash
support if you haven't signed up and joined us already.
Just that
we want to keep casting StarCraft and keep this game and its story alive forever.
And with stories like this, we just have to thank you guys for supporting so much so far.
You have all the
very much appreciated. So do check it out. Patreon.com.
When you don't hesitate and you seize the moment.
So in this cross spawns match, I mean, Artosis, we were talking about,
that's what makes
would
the
a 4-pool be worth it? It does look like,
and that's what
Flash is going to go for the depot and barracks on low ground. The 4-pool would have been very strong here.
Would have been.
I'm not going to even say anything. Just
by the way,
watch, man. This game is
versus
insane.
Terran, Jadong has the second highest win rate to Sulky. Just like Bisu has the second highest PvT win rate to Snow, and then in Terran versus Zerg, Flash has the highest win rate. I believe Flash has the highest in every matchup for Terran, because obviously he's the most. I mean, he's the greatest gamer ever to live. Like, love him or hate him, find him boring, whatever. Then look, it's a command center first. See, this is so Flash. This is why I instantly when I saw the match, I'm like, he needs to 4-pool him. Like there has to be a certain number of 4-pools against Flash to keep him honest. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, this is one of the important things about cheese in general in an RTS game is you need to have Any good player has a number of cheeses there. And it's not about like, oh, you can't beat me in a straight up game or not. It's just that this will punish builds that are too greedy. So this drone, which is cross-spawn scouting, is going to see that already Zerg's at a disadvantage. You're immediately going to come in here and see there's no way to punish this. The barracks is going to be done before your Lings can actually get over there and do anything. Nice shooting there from Flash. Yeah. Really injuring that drone.
And that's actually really, really important because if Jaedong gets the heads up on that micro, you have to pull more and more SCVs down, right? But Flash has dealt with that very well. You can see how fast his gas is. Very high chance that he goes mech from here, by the way. Right now, Flash is loving Command Center first into mech. It's incredibly, incredibly strong.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I don't know why, but it had not occurred to me that Flash might go mech at all. I guess when I think of other Terran players, I'm more likely to think that they would mech.
Yeah.
But mech is certainly an acceptable way to approach the game here.
Exactly.
That CC is done. We're going to have the SCVs transferred over there right away. I'm curious how Jaedong wants to play this because obviously the build order, the way the two build orders blossom out, Jaedong is at a disadvantage. The command center being thrown down that fast is... I mean, you literally can't get a faster command center than what Flash did, which means like he's going to get more of everything sooner in this game. He's going to have more SCVs produced more quickly, which means he's
you
going
can
to get more minerals
tell
coming in.
26 supply against 19, 18, because he just sacrificed
he's really, really
one
healthy
drone.
here. And I don't know what exactly, Jaedong can try to do to punish this or to play around. Is there, some way that he could try to be really greedy?
SCV scouting everything that is going on. He sees the third hatching main.
The greedy third base doesn't feel like necessarily the best way. And yeah, it is going
try
to
keep the ACV alive,
second
make
factory
sure
go down.
Scout Hydra them, which is
like
unlikely,
you can try to play a really kind of aggressive, decisive game where maybe you find an area that's light on turrets. Maybe you can jump on the Goliaths right away. But it's very tricky. Like Flash is superb at the defensive aspects of this. And Goliaths are very, very strong against early Zerg units. Like in general, the Goliath is just like
Flash is going for
people would be surprised how badly Goliaths beat Zerglings. Like double truly, unless you play the game like all the time, it's crazy. Like Zerglings can't really kill Goliaths. They have a base armor. They shoot quickly. They track quickly. They're reasonably microable against them, so it's going to be hard. And by the way, that's a double armory build as well, as opposed to getting a quicker third factory. He's getting double armory.
Wow.
Double armory. So he's going for like
double armory's crazy.
Yeah.
And look at how he split them. He has one armory at the very top left, the other one at the very bottom left. So a lot of times if Zerg is going to check for anything, you're going to see the armory and go, oh, okay. But double armory is not even something I think a lot of people are worried about. Like, they're not really thinking about that as something that can come. Ling speed finishes a perfect surround on the Vulture. Beautifully done.
Yeah, every little moment like that is going to matter as well. Like the fact that Jaedong completely skips a sunken colony, catches the first Vulture. But yeah, Flash is playing a nice mind game here by splitting up those armories. Because if you see that it's double armory, you can push the timings way back in your head. Because like when it's double armory, it like really gives away what their plan is. Like this, Flash's quickest push should be a 2-2 push, based on having two armories
If you ever see, two,
he's going for 2-2 time
buildings upgrading. Like let's say you see like double armory or two engineering bays or two forges. A lot of times you can't really activate the strength of that until you're at 2-2.
5 hatches
because you're sacrificing so much to have those two upgrades running at the start that you don't even really have a big army. So basically, Flash is going to just sit back and play single player, so to speak. He's just going to sit back here and macro and develop
in the
base
map
build.
For perfect fucking
and then when it's time, it's going to be a 2-2 push. It's going to be so hard to deal with. Now, on Jaedong's
side
of the map,
Flash puts the eBay
we haven't seen what he wants to make, but I do see a Spire here.
On top of the SCVs,
there are a lot of
even harder for the Mutas
TVZ where like one guy's massing Goliaths and the other one is making Mutalisks, which might sound kind of like it doesn't make sense. You're like, well, surely Mutas can't be the answer to Goliaths, right? Well, if you get enough of them, you'd be surprised. By the way, I love the Burrow play here too. This is so good against mech. Just having a couple burrowed Zerglings, they don't get a science vessel out right away with builds like this, so they would have to spend an entire scan just to get rid of that Ling, and it lets you track and follow what they're doing pretty easily.
And the Goliaths are walking down. Jaedong sees this, And notice how Jaedong has almost 0 units. Like, he is counter-greeting. So I'm getting chills. Like, he's counter-greeting so hard. This is such late Mutalisks. These Mutalisks could have been in Flash's base a minute ago. And he just hatched them. So, like, he basically sat there and... Look, he added 2 additional hatcheries. So the guy is already on 5 hatcheries. He's got a ton of drones. He's got birds everywhere.
How do you counter
and with
greedy
5
play
hatcheries
with
and seeing where the Goliaths are moving with all these birdlings, he can just make enough mutas to hold this. But, excuse me, Flash's build is one that can absolutely deal with this type of giant macro play because he's going directly into well, a third base, as you can see, but also he already has his science facility on the way, so he's going to be going towards 2-2, and he can go into Irradiate if he needs it against the mutas as well.
This is maybe the quietest ASL game.
Yeah.
We're like at 8 minutes, they've hardly engaged each other. It is crazy how hard they're powering. Now, the mutas are going to come out. He may have armor with those mutas as well here. I don't think we've had time to check, but he's going to come in here and just hit this so hard. And I don't know if this is enough Goliath Sartosis.
It's not. This is a huge move by Jaedong. Flash, I think, wasn't quite expecting it to look like this. Jaedong decides to pull back. He could have technically beaten those, but like I think he's afraid of the reinforcements that he knows that Flash has to be bringing up.
He got +1 attack instead of armor. That's interesting. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, for Flash? Well, he went double armor. He just went slower on the other one. But if you're going...
No. For Jaedong.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got air attack.
Yeah, well, he might be planning a counterattack style with the mutas as opposed to, like, just sitting and fighting. And if he red mech, I think +1 is fine. Like, the armor is much better against Valkyries, but the +1, like, a lot of times people will go heavy muta against this, and if the Goliaths move out, like, you counterattack a little bit until you're ready to fight.
That's a very cool trick.
The +1 attack can help with that.
With a flying building.
Yeah, so he's going to get the third base up. The transfer's happening. Zerg is going to be taking 6 o'clock.
Exactly. He was like, ah!
Now, obviously, mutas are going to continue to get massed out here. What do you want to do as far as the ground play goes? Because eventually you're going to have enough to make ground units. Do you want to try to get Zerglings or Hydras, or do you want to try to go for Dark Swarm?
Yeah, definitely not.
So this is what happens, man. Jaedong has full intel. He usually smells blood in the water, and this is a game about seconds, man. He's like, I have to do this timing to kill Flash, otherwise it's gonna be rough, man. If he keeps growing, man, and he's gonna do a 2-2 timing, whatever. He knows most likely he only has Goliaths right now. So what does he do? Very textbook shit. He just goes for a Hydra timing. So what could have Flash done here? If he gets out 1 or 2 siege tanks right before this is a totally different game, man. But
this is like a popular way to try to do it. Is like he shows the mutas, he utilizes the mutas, you're still making Goliaths, and then you try to hit with the Hydras before they really get into siege tanks. And we don't see a single siege tank yet, so the Hydras will do reasonably well. But like again, in the early game, Goliaths are good. Like they can kind of fight against Hydras to a certain degree, especially if you get them out of position. And you see he's kind of like bringing these mutas in. You can see the Goliaths move to the left a little. He might be looking for might be looking for an opportunity to run in with the Hydras, but
he's like trying to lure the Goliaths
very careful with where he stands
towards those mutas in the natural to hit between the natural and third. And he's going, man.
Okay, so the Hydras are going to come up here, and basically,
imagine if there's 2 tanks right now.
Then what you can do is the Hydras come in here.
This gets completely
denied. Well against the Goliaths. Now there's so many Goliaths,
and there's a bunch of Goliaths, man.
Oh my God, these SCVs.
The tanks are there.
In the transfer.
Dude, they are just like 15-20 seconds late. Are you serious?
SCVs are going to go down here as well.
Yeah, Flash's siege mode.
If those are
maybe
in position,
seconds later, they had a tank
waiting for this on
the high ground, but was not ready for it.
Like,
the Hydras continue to attack in, but he does have a bunker there. He has more Goliaths. This is going to be really hard to hold this third base. Like, really hard. He doesn't have a good position. He's 1 siege tank right now, is like up on high ground. He's got to kind of bring those down a little bit. You can see there is that siege tank, but he doesn't really have enough units here. He's going to have to fight some with the SCVs.
Notice the barracks is on top of
one of the tanks, job, and he's taking 6 o'clock during all this as well.
to make it harder
this
for
is
any
pretty
mutas to
insane,
snipe
man.
it.
He's going to come in here. He's going to take out the Vessel. The Hydras are continuing to do a ton of damage over here. And, you know, the tank count's very, very low. So it's hard to basically chain the tanks together to where they can cover each other. And so these SCVs are going to fight. Dude, I think Jaedong's about to beat Flash here.
It looks that way.
This is crazy.
Yeah, don't ever underestimate Jaedong, man. My God, is he good. Like, he has played this so magnificently, in complete control the entire time. And the thing is, Flash was allowed to do what he wanted to do. There's not a question in my mind that he planned out the strongest strategy that he has. And here Jaedong is very close to busting him right now. Coming up, trying to target down some of these siege tanks. That high ground siege tank is doing a fantastic job of keeping him in this game right now. But he's already taken a lot of damage over at his third. Like, he lost a lot of SCVs defending there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are the upgrades on the Hydras?
Here comes soon
like
the next switch again. So, like,
the problem is the tank count
well,
is
you're
so
making
low.
siege
He has no way to really get this over here and protect this. So once you know, he kills
like
the tank off that's
pretty
in that
much
position, he can run away. Man,
non-Goliaths left, just a couple. Let me throw at you another fucking 15-20 meters.
The one thing I want to mention, though, is that Jaedong hasn't taken one iota of damage. He hasn't lost a drone.
Like, Jaedong just played perfectly.
Side of the map.
And
so Jaedong,
like I said,
everything
just
is
a matter of seconds if he does that push.
And now it looks like we might have a little bit of a Mutalisk switch
15-20 seconds later,
full group of Mutalisk.
or Flash has those siege tanks
and the Goliath
ready
is not
15
very
seconds
high, even though
earlier.
they do have good upgrades.
This game is completely different,
yeah,
man.
Now,
it's
if you
insane.
take out the Goliaths, all of the tanks are going to fall, and these Glaives are just ripping through these Goliaths. Only 2 left. There's not enough time for these turrets to finish here either. And, dude, is this going to be GG? I mean, look at this, man. The tanks can't be protected like they were before. The Goliaths are coming out at such a slow rate. The Mutalisks.
He's ignoring the Goliaths.
No, the back.
He went for a couple
There's a
tanks.
ton of Hydras being made
because he's bumping Hydras right now.
He's going to be able to take out these Goliaths. And, oh my God,
always
he's just
fucking
go right back
flipping,
up and hit these tanks.
Hydra, Muna,
well, the
Hydra,
tanks are so
Muna,
crucial,
Hydra, Muna.
and picking those off is a huge play. Look at this. He's even droned up during all this. He's making the Hydras that you mentioned. Another macro hatchery. My God, this is like really peak Jaedong we're looking at. Look at how heavily he's in control of this game.
What's crazy about it is that Flash basically went untouched. And, you know, Flash is considered the greatest player of all time. Up in the pantheon of the best players in the entire world.
He's like, let me get that fucking tank
supreme.
that has killed
in my
like
mind, you know, when you have a guy
so
like
many
that who
Hydras.
goes untouched the whole game,
Let me
I
kill
would just assume
this
that no matter
tank
what, he's
again
going to
too.
get ahead.
And it fits
And
his
now
style.
let me
He's the greatest
allow the
optimizer. Like,
Hydras
he
to
knows
finish
how
the
to make
job.
these builds fit together so that he becomes unstoppable. His
Just
nickname
textbook,
used to be the ultimate weapon, and it
clean,
just turned into the game
methodical
of God. Like, literally,
Zerg
that's how good
gameplay
he
against
is.
mech.
And Jaedong
At
here
least in
goes
mid-game,
toe-to-toe with
because it does
cross-spawn
change in
command
late
center
game.
first into mech, and
But
is
right
just
now, this is
bludgeoning
it.
him.
It's
Flash
Siege
is still
tank,
holding on
Goliath
technically,
against
but his
Muta
siege
Hydra.
tank count is very low to deal with this amount of Hydras.
Yeah, he's going to dive on that tank, and he's going to.
Now he goes to the natural, because that's where
go up into the main. This is insane.
he's like, all right, let me
There's no
poke
tanks
here.
in the main
I know
to
your
cover
siege
this.
tank is on the first.
Yeah,
Let
he
me
has one
trade
tank
here
pop
real
out there.
quick.
He's trying to block with SCVs as well. And
Snipe
well,
more
he's going to
SCVs
have some on the high ground, but
and
look at this.
just
more
keep
Hydras
rallying
coming
more
up,
and
kind of
more and more
flanking here
stuff.
onto these Goliaths. Even just picking off these Goliaths, he can switch back into Mutas if he wants. The guy is on 4 gases. Like, he can make anything. And GG! Jaedong takes out Flash.
Dude, in a straight-up game, both sides. Flash got away with command center first and lost that game.
That
he
is
was
very
untouched.
rare. Yeah.
2-2 upgrades there. The double armory, got a third base safely. Jaedong navigated what was maybe one of the most complicated, difficult macro games you could imagine. And he came out on top.
that game would
That's
have been a
insane.
nightmare if he
We're
doesn't
gonna
do
have
that. Like,
Bisu
most likely
versus
Flash
Jaedong
ends
coming
up
up next.
winning
Flash
there because he just
definitely
keeps
disappointed
growing.
with that loss. He
He
couldn't
has
get
the
eliminated
upgrade
here,
advantage.
Artosis.
He could. It
He's
is
just
a
gonna hammer
possibility.
you at some point.
But I would still
There's
bet on
nothing you
him
can
to,
do.
to rally through. It's
Or
going to
very
be best
little
of threes
room to
from
do
here.
anything.
But Jaedong looking so strong. Jaedong Bisu, man, I was so hoping that we'd be able
This
to
is
see this
how
match
you
here
are
today as
supposed to
well.
play Zerg, man.
They've been one of the greatest rivalries ever as well. So we're going to go
Use
to a
all
quick
the
commercial break. When
tools,
we come back, Jaedong
have all the
versus
knowledge,
Bisu.
all the intel, and seize the moments, the timings, and just go for it, man. And that's what he did. Now, you have seen the other game. This is Bisu winners against Jaedong. Look at the
we've seen them
first
try to achieve
game.
that in a
This
few
is what
different
you
ways.
missed.
You know what's
Just for context, in this map you have back base expo. And so you can basically, and there's like a marine and a medic neutral units in the ramps for both bases to even like block even more the ramp. And so basically what the Jaden does here is like completely deny any scout from Bisu, and he goes for one base cheese, man. Like, what? Dude, he played like a fucking god, man.
Kind of funny, by the way, I want to mention, because like Flash has done so well, and he has so much hype behind him, and all that stuff. But like the fact that people were not even really considering that Jaedong could beat him up like that, it's like, well,
yeah, Google Play.
Guys, Jaedong chose him. Jaedong's the greatest Zerg ever, you know? Ah, very nice. Happy birthday.
Yeah, big number of non-Koreans showing up for this, man. So cool. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, he did pick Flash, right?
Yeah.
And I think, you know, I've also tried to you know, as good as Flash is, also be realistic. Like, Jaedong is in incredible shape. Like, that was a master class of his EVT. I think any pro looks at that, you know that Flash is the guy manning the Terran, and you think there is no way in the world that you're going to beat Flash if he gets away with Command Center first. But here we are.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was masterfully done. I'm excited. Oh, look at this. He floats the Overlord over the Marine because the medic's harder to kill. By the way, yeah, what is Jaedong doing here, Tasis? Do you see this?
Yeah. No, I was, you know, I was halfway through my explanation about you know how good Jaedong is in that previous game, but now I'm looking at this and I'm like, this is crazy. I think he's going to go for one hatch layer. So apparently the Overlord is in such a position that you can't click on the Marine underneath it, which means you can't get inside the base. And so Bisu's going for gateway into Nexus.
I also think he set the drone up, Tasteless, in exactly the position where if you come and get high ground vision, the drone is within range to hit you. I think that was basically a perfect block there. And so he just now shows Zerglings. So this is clearly a pool first build, and Bisu will start to run away.
In every
and one hatch layer, man. Like, is this going to be like a lurker bust? What are we even looking at? Like, you?
No, he's it is. Yeah, that answers that.
That was a completely reactive.
I thought he might just go for like mutas, try to send 4 mutas in there and start killing stuff.
Could be a drop as well, but no Overlord's really in position for that. I guess one is in the main.
Well, so here's what happens. If you have one of these builds...
anything that you put on top...
You give it a map where you get like a
flying unit.
It's... I'm sorry, I'm like... I'm not speaking clearly.
You cannot target
if you're on a map where you're going to get a free base in the back of your base, like that you have on this one, and you're on the high ground, a lot of times you skip Forge.
And you're like, well,
because you don't really need cannons. You're not really afraid of Hydra Bust. You can expand and tech with impunity, right? It's why it's a very Protoss-favored map layout in this matchup.
Gets out a few more Zerglings in the natural.
You might not have detection for lurkers.
Yeah.
So, you know, one hatch layer, and specifically one hatch lurker, this is like a really old cheese.
He's got
nobody
now.
really uses it anymore. And every once in a while you'll encounter on the ladder, but like it's one of those things. If you're ready for it,
any unit,
you're going to stop it. But I think one hatch layer is
anything.
super unexpected because first of all, it's not going to get scouted ever. Basically, it looks like Jaedong probably
and
went
Bisu's just going for a normal
game.
He's building a
so what's going to happen is Bisu's
conservative
going to,
cannon right
by the way,
there,
the lurkers have to morph like mid-hyper journey here. So he sees the one cannon here. If he can get the lurkers up the ramp, he will probably just win the game. The question is going to be, can the cannon defend? And by the way, if the cannon defends, I think Zerg is basically out.
He also made another cannon in his mineral line because he didn't know, is this fucking mutas? Is this fucking... What is this?
Too far behind.
And the nice thing about, you know, the lurker build here is the lurkers blow up the zealots. That's kind of the idea, is you blow up the zealots so they either stand there and die, or they pull back, and that allows your Zerglings up. And the mass Zergling is what actually ends up killing. Like, the lurkers basically open the door in the wall with this rush.
Pretty much.
Okay. The lurkers are out It's still one cannon. It's 5 zealots. The lurkers are going to have to be broed in such a way where they're not in range of the cannon, but they can drive the zealots back. Oh my god.
Dude.
Oh my god, he's doing it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Unburrows 2 more, brings him forward. Oh, he's getting on top of the cannon there. Oh, this is huge.
No detection.
He gets it. Now, I don't know if there's a cannon in the main. You
Move
basically
forwards.
have to leapfrog the lurkers forward here. And the thing for Protoss is, like, you can still run up there and, like, try to surround. Oh, my God. Okay, 1 cannon finishes there.
Wow.
It just surrenders, man.
Wow. Not even going to try. Well, he can't really get any more units out, so what are you supposed to do? Look at that build from JDog, man. He just brought... First, he kills Flash's command center first cross spawn. And then he goes 1 hatch lurker and kills Bisu and Jane Doe.
Let the game do the talking.
Map. What are we even looking at here, Tasteless? Jaedong is an absolute killer here tonight.
It's wild, man. I gotta say, Jaedong is looking god tier here, and Bisu's gonna be frustrated with that.
And then he beats straight up Bisu into a standard metro game.
But it was a
he
tough
gets
one to
out
read.
of this.
Interestingly, he got a cannon in his next to his
That
neck, so
group
he might have thought
in
it was
first
Mutas coming
place
here.
with no losses.
I guess that's
man.
one of the unique things about that map. It's hard
Now,
to cover
losers
both the
side,
Nexuses and the entrance. And in
TBT,
case you guys
Ample
are wondering,
against
like,
Flash. I don't see a
cannon finish,
world
why
where
would he
Ample
lead
can
the
beat
game?
Flash, but
The lurkers are just going to run
especially
around
because
and
it's
hit the
best of
Nexus
3,
from
it's
the
not
side.
best of 1 anymore.
And you're just
Maybe he can win one
there's
game.
no
I
way
don't
to,
see
you
him
just
taking
kind of
2
circle
games
around the
from
cannon
Flash, but
and go somewhere else. So
most likely we're
pretty
gonna see
incredible
Bisu
game here.
against
JDog
Flash.
1 win
Another
away from moving
fucking
on.
epic
We're
game,
1-0 right now in this best of 3. Knockout
Both players, that's their best match.
How do you play here
Flash
Bisu
is
after
best
facing
matchup
that?
is
It's a
against
more normal
Protoss.
map. So
Bisu best
I have a
matchup
feeling
is
we'll see a
against
more
Terran.
normal game here. I don't think JDog can have another
Respectively,
build like that.
I mean, I'm just
I think
looking.
you're probably right about that.
What else can you ask for? Honestly, I was kind of. I mean, I'm obviously happy that this was Jaedong's performance and result. He deserves it completely. He played like a fucking.
We've got
God
both players
tier
sharing the
champion.
bottom, Jaedong in the bottom left, and Bisu in the bottom right.
But if he ended losing against Bisu and rematching Flash in a best of 3, I was so hyped for that, man. Holy fuck.
We're in game 4 of the night, and I gotta say, everything has just been incredible so far. I'm loving this group.
Absolutely. No, this is
hear
being
the
a blast.
donk
I can't wait for
before
whatever
the next
storyline.
series.
Congratulations.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
이렇게 많은 팬분들 앞에서
In front of so many
Oh,
fans,
he's happy, man.
their opponents were none other than Flash
He's like,
and Bisu.
fuck!
Without a single
Yes!
you once again, in true Tyrant fashion, add your name to the
Fuck
Renegade
yeah,
roster.
bitches.
소감이 어떠세요, 이재동 선수?
How are you feeling, Jaedong?
너무 기쁘고요.
I am so happy. I'm still nervous and can't talk properly. Even in that last game, I messed up my drone split.
떨지 말자.
I kept telling myself, don't be nervous as I play the game.
너무 좋습니다.
I'm telling you,
I'm
it's all
happy
about
with
the
this good
mindset.
result.
이재동 선수가
At this level, for these players with this
I did not get the
experience,
feeling that you were
level of
worried
skill,
or anxious in any way
it's
watching
all
you play
about
those games.
here, man.
Especially in that first game against Flash, you truly showed us why you have
100%
the moniker of Zerg Tyrant.
뮤탈 타이밍을 살짝 늦추면서
You slightly delayed your muta timing and maneuvered in such a way so that the Terran could not predict where you
You
would
keep
go.
your composure at all
Shall we
times.
hear about how you prepared that build specifically?
사실 뭐 준비를 하진 않았어요.
To be honest, I didn't really prepare it.
게임을 많이 하면서
In the process of playing many games,
나오는 상황에 그냥
I just focused on being responsive based on how and any given game goes,
메카닉
trusting my gut.
BRB.
상황이 나와서
Of all things, it was mech, and there were situations
Respect
where
for this guy,
that
man. Holy fuck.
I knew it would be
So happy
hard,
for him.
풀려서
but somehow the match went really well, and I ended up winning.
잡았을 때 이재동 선수가 그래도 약간은 미소를
I thought it was enough reason for you to smile when you caught that first vulture.
아, 네. 뭐 그거는
Right.
저는 잡아야 된다 생각했고.
I knew I had to get it.
그것보다 일단 그
More than that,
찍으면서
I
중요하게 했던 게
got greedy macroing up with
되게
drones,
중요했던
and
것 같아요.
that was the key.
정말 다수의 해처리를 펼치면서
With how many hatcheries you ended up getting, it was difficult for your opponent to predict the strength of your army. Will it be mutas? What units will it be? In the end, you kept him occupied with mutalisks, and then you sent your hydras in, and then went in with the mutas again to snipe tanks, and once again sent in hydras. With tremendous force, you took down Flash. Up until then, were things panning out the way you had expected? As I've just said, it wasn't a scenario I had practiced. I just focused on not overextending and sticking to my guns, my playstyle. I kept reminding myself that my shortcomings, me getting eliminated in the ASL so far, was all due to me overplaying, overextending. It helped a lot to stabilize myself mentally. And in the first set of the winner's match against Bisu on Jane Doe, you went for a quick victory with a lurker bust. Was this also something you didn't prepare and went for on the spot? No, that one wasn't an impromptu build. He knows how to play Jane Doe well, so I decided to just all in. I thought of a build to use, and I remembered his game against Queen from recent days. The build looked really good, so I just copied it. And your Muta Scourge micro in the second set was really good. Catching so many Corsairs, you rendered Bisu's Templar quite useless in that game. With the performance you showed against none other than Flash and Bisu, your goal of taking the trophy home this season does not seem like a stretch at all. I feel that you are getting more and more convinced of it. I always used to do well when things were tough, and I think I showed that today as well. The quarterfinals won't be easy either, but I will take each game one by one. I will work hard, go to the finals and get the championship. Of course, we need to wait for the results of Group D, but so far the opponents you could possibly run into the round in the round of 8 are Tolbo and Hero. Out of the two, who would you rather meet? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, even if it's a ZVZ in the round of 8. There's a glint of conviction in Jaedong's eye. I'm sure the fans won't miss a single minute of your matches this season. Please address the fans and the colleagues who helped you practice. First off, for helping me practice Mini, Speed, Rush. I only played ZVT with people whose names start with Yong. Yong someone? Yes. Speed, Rush. Oh, JYJ. There was one more. Yong. Rush, JYJ, Speed, and
Good shit, man. Alright, let's go Flash versus Sample.
You don't remember? Yeah. Well, hopefully it...
Great day of games. This one's going to be a little bit hard for Ample. He's really not known for his Terran versus Terran, and Flash really is. No one has ever really held up against Flash, Terran versus Terran. Maybe Fantasy in his prime, and in modern history, like
I remember Boxer versus Flash,
taking a game off Flash,
like,
but
more
it's
than
like
20 years ago.
Flash just understands Terran on a different level. So
yeah,
I
think
this is going to be pretty straightforward, but let's see what Ample has prepared.
I mean, come on, man.
I mean, Flash has already proven that
loses
he
this
can
best of 3, but
be beaten. He does bleed, after all. Let's see what happens in this TVT. And remember that the winner of this best of 3 is going to face off against Bisu in a fight to get one of the last places remaining in the round of 8. Okay, Ample on the right and Flash on the left.
All right. Very excited.
What do you think about TVT
yeah.
on this map, Artosis?
Oh, tasteless. It is just a spiral of disgusting. It's like the map, because you can, like, first off, on a regular map, Command Center First is by far the strongest build. Okay, so, like, it's not even a question, because here it's like, yeah, I mean, you could try to formulate an anti-Command Center First build, but if they happen to make their barracks first, you insta-lose. So it's like, oh, man. So it should be Command Center First on both sides. And then the question is, like, to Wraith or not to Wraith, right? Like, and the thing is, if you Wraith, and they don't Wraith, okay, well, you have a Wraith advantage, and you had that quick second gas, you're on a high ground, so you're not going to get attacked, but they actually have an option to take a really fast third then, and it's like, there's like a lot of different mind games with the tech, but yeah, I would say that this will open up probably Command Center first. They'll probably both go like one port Wraith, but we'll see. And it's like circles of rock, paper, scissors at that point. Oh, but a barracks here from Ample. Okay.
Yeah. Flash has not made his own barracks, and it's gone on long enough. He's probably going to go for Command Center first here. Is there any way to try to punish CC first here? Is there any kind of sneaky, cheesy, weird stuff you could do that might throw them off?
It's so difficult because any cheese would be thrown off by, the length of getting over there and then also having to kill the Marines on both sides. Like, I don't have any idea, Tasteless, why he's going gasless expand. I could not tell you. It doesn't really make sense because, again, like, it's almost impossible without hard blind countering to stop Command Center first on regular maps. And, like, Flash would never cheese Ample on this map. It's just not within the realm of what might happen. It seems to me that he went Rax just to be able to float this really quickly for scouting. Like, I think he's going to maybe land it there.
What it looks like.
Yeah, maybe make a Marine and go across the map and try to get scouting like that. So I guess I understand in that regard, but it's like, well, Flash just has a better Command Center here.
Yeah, I mean,
so
getting
already
that Command Center over there, the barracks
small,
over there is
but
great,
considerable
but then
edge
you're just going to see that you're behind.
in
He
favor
actually lands
of,
it on the other side and makes a Marine,
Flash.
too. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah,
He's going to lift it off again and keep scouting?
That makes
barracks
sense
expand
to make a Marine.
into
Wait, he's bringing it back?
barracks,
Yeah.
So.
What?
Oh, wow.
Oh, maybe he wants to bring it back and prevent scouting on his side by making a Marine. That kind of makes sense. Okay, so Flash sees that and he has to take it seriously because it's like, okay, well, there could be a push coming, right? And that actually gets him to turn around. So, like, the opening for Ample kind of worked. It kind of did, right? Like, he's like, well, I don't know how much scouting he's actually going to get because it looks like Flash already has a Marine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's such a weird thing to open up with a barracks here. Like, I could have seen Flash doing it because it's like maybe Ample's desperate to try to do a rush, but like, yeah,
not the other way.
Ample here is going for.
Why would you put
It
yourself
looks like it'll probably be 3 factory
in a
vulture.
slight economic disadvantage against
nice
a better
block
player?
with the SCV. I thought Flash was going to be able to get in there for a second and see what's going on. So both sides are going for double factory, right? Flash Flash has a couple more SCVs. He's a little bit ahead in this whole development race, but yeah, it's going to be double factory.
Yeah, and if it's 2 factory, generally it goes into 3 because of Vulture, right? Like 2 factory siege tank Goliath is
Let us soon, whenever possible.
old at this point.
Mr. Shakes.
And in fact, it's shocking anytime anyone does it. Whereas this build that we're seeing from Ample, he's going Starport with it. There you go. So I was actually going to be really surprised. I'm like, I can't believe both of them aren't going to go Starport. Like, Starport's so good on this map. But Ample is going to go for that Starport. And, Flash with the 3 factory is going to try to get some map control with the Vultures, which he will succeed in. Ample's going to be really relying on making his Wraith work for him. Dude, you missed many
nice
shots.
Micro here by Flash.
Jeez. Dude, he missed. He missed like 6 shots in a row with that Vulture.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
That was crazy.
That happens sometimes. Like
that is
that is
RNG
crazy because
War.
Otherwise, like, he probably gets a decent scout
High
going,
ground
but,
advantage.
I mean, you miss
the low ground
6 shots in a row. What can you do?
Can miss several shots.
Not a lot, unfortunately. So these vultures are going to go around the barracks. And we have 3 vultures here from Ample coming around the map. Now, they both actually... Is this barracks going to spot this? Okay, I think he also missed that. So these guys are both about to be pretty surprised here. Ample's going to lay a couple mines down here. Flash is, I think... No, he's not going to lay any mines. He's just going to go right up in here. Could this be perfectly blocked by the Goliath?
Ooh, Ample's vultures actually get a great position here and will catch Flash's 2 vultures. Flash does bring another couple of them up, so ooh. Kind of weird micro here from Ample to go for that. I feel like he should have just run, but the 2 Goliaths come down and meet him, so he'll be able to push those back. And is this a quick dropship? Wow, I wasn't expecting that, Tasteless. Like a quick dropship as opposed to making a Wraith. Like if you make the Wraith, you get good scouting, right? If he makes a tank, it's pretty good. You get to see the timing of everything, but he's actually just going for like a really fast Goliath drop. That's super interesting. That's kind of a cool idea. Yeah.
Well, I think it's smart because if you're out on the map trying to take fights and taking this third base, you're going to be really far away from this command center location in the bottom left, right? I think the drop could work out really nicely there.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. And the thing is, you're both going to be taking your third as quickly as possible. There's just no real push potential against 2 base. So the fact that he's doing this when he knows that Flash should be spread, this is a good idea from Ample.
This could do damage, man. Let's see how many SCVs. One, I think.
He's going to drop this over here. Now the tanks are going to come down here. He should have probably targeted those SCVs a little bit sooner here. Kind of just damaged the command center, and so this drop's going to be somewhat ineffective here. He's got a second dropship coming up over here now.
I mean, respect to Ample, man. He's trying. He's trying. He needs to do something.
And maybe take a fight over there when the second dropship comes up.
Yeah, there is like double dropship plays that can happen where like you drop everything at the same place and kind of like overwhelm something.
He's gonna go for the siege
really weirdly though.
Okay, he gets the SCV.
Like,
he
the fact
tried
that
to
this
kill
one has killed almost no SCVs and it was like uncontested for a while. It's like, yeah, you damaged the command center a little bit, but Flash is blocking everything well enough so far. But I would say overall Ample's doing a pretty decent job. It's just he's going to be a little bit behind in tanks now as well.
Yeah. He's going to try to come back again. This is such an odd drop. It feels like it's very high risk, and you're not getting a whole lot of high reward stuff.
Researching that right now,
you know, other than killing an SCV or 2 here.
You go for siege much later.
Anyways, Ample could try to push out pretty soon here if he wanted to, but it seems like Flash is going to be the first one to move out on the map.
It would make sense. If your opponent is spending this much money on dropships, then, you know, he shouldn't have as much as you as far as the ground goes. Flash moves forward. He will siege up. Scan goes down there. Ample a little bit too far forward here. What? What is he doing?
I don't know.
Kind of crazy.
He's not going to win this trade.
Oh, he drops a couple Goliaths on top of things.
That's not going to do fucking jack shit,
It doesn't feel like Ample's playing his best game here.
I mean, that's the Flash.
Yeah, Ample is trying a bunch of fancy stuff, and it is totally not working. Nothing he's trying to do is really working here. He's now lost a huge amount of his tanks. Flash has a really healthy position on the map just outside of the third base.
For the Terminator.
On this high ground area that we're looking at right now. That's going to be really tough to break. I mean, it's already bad enough that he lost tanks. Now he would have to push from low ground onto high ground to try to bust this, or drop on top of that. And I just don't know that he has enough stuff to make that work.
You're just gonna get fucking.
He does still have the 2 dropships, so maybe there's some counterplay with that. Flash is beginning to produce some wraiths, which makes perfect sense with his forward siege tank contain.
Good luck breaking that.
I'll tell you. What I'm looking at here, Ample's build feels like a build that would do really well against someone that you're better than, but not really well against someone who's better than you. Does that make sense?
Sure. I mean, look, there's a lot. Well, let's see. Is he going to try to come out here and drop this? He's going to. It looks like he wants to basically drop across the map, which isn't a bad idea. When you consider that, you know, when you're being contained, there's a chance there's not that much stuff back at home. He does get the vultures to run around out here.
Siege line.
Those tanks, though, are actually zoning everything really beautifully. The double dropship. Hey, look at this. He brings up the race that he already has. He already has a missile turret in here as well. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. And he has mines up here as well.
Yeah.
One Goliath gets out of that double drop, and then he tries to run his group of vultures by, and like basically nothing's making it, and he loses his barracks. Oh, dude, this is not Ample's finest game. This is like, if I'm Ample, my ears are red right now. I'm like, oh man, I look like such a newbie right now.
If I'm Ample, my nose is bleeding right now from my brain. I mean, this is so rough. Oh my god, he's gonna get fished into the siege tank line. Oh.
Yeah, Flash is
Nothing's
in a
working
very dominant position now. He's got a massive container. He's killed both the dropships. He has wraiths.
It's just going to be a slow death.
So, like, from here, for Ample, Can you bust this? You're never going to bust this. You're never, ever, ever going to bust this. And he's forcing you to make Goliaths. Like, this game is super close to over. Flash is very good at getting into these types of positions where you just look at it for his opponent. It's like, yeah, how do you ever break out of this? Ever.
Yeah, he's going to just throw some mines down here. I would not be shocked if we see GG here. He is just stuffing this position so brutally.
Yeah, I also wouldn't be surprised if we don't see GG, just because, like, when you're on 3 bases in TVT, you feel like the world is your oyster, you know? You have so much gas, you can just produce a ton of units. But look at this, he's got, like, 1 Valkyrie here. Anytime I see a Valkyrie come out and attack 3 or 4 wraiths, it's like, okay, do we not understand math? Like, this is not, like, Valkyries counter wraiths, but a Valkyrie doesn't counter wraiths.
Yeah, you need a couple of them, and then everything in the air disappears.
Yeah.
So this command center is going to be forced away. Remember, there are not a ton of bases on this map, so it's not like there's a whole other set of options for him to move to, elsewhere. I mean, I guess he could go to the bottom right.
Oh, he
Instead,
was on siege right at that moment.
The tanks were on siege. Flash is going to siege them back up immediately. And there are so many tanks still alive on the high ground right now. Flash is playing so well. Oh, it's such a tough game here for Ample.
I think he's going to GG from here. It is now completely pointless, and he knows it. Like, the fact that Flash was unsieged when you tried to move forward, and still you literally did not make a dent. Flash continues to push forward here. And,
let me just move you.
I mean, he's gonna clear everything. He's gonna probably get all the way up to the natural, and Ample's gonna be forced to go to game number 2.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ample really not able to do much of anything here. The walls are continuing to close in. Ample about to pretty much run out of oxygen in this game. Big mine hit over there on the tanks, but I still don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, I hope that Ample brings a different type of build in game number 2. Like, the build looked cool, and again, I think it's a build where, like, if you're better than your opponent, if you know you can outplay your opponent, that's going to give you a lot of options to do so. But it's not particularly strong in any direction.
Make my 4th base, bro.
You know, that's the thing about a Goliath drop. Like, yeah, okay, you're multitasking and stuff, but, like, you're playing the best player, so, like, you actually need something that's, like, decisively strong rather than flexibly strong.
Yeah, he's now been able to push all the way into this location. This is eventually going to force the command center to lift off here. It's going to be extremely tough to even get tanks down here onto the low ground. Flash, it's crazy. TVT is usually a pretty long, grueling matchup, but not when Flash plays. He makes it look pretty easy and pretty fast.
GG. He's the only one that does, too. Like, TVTs can be grueling, and I bet you our longest day of ASL ever is tomorrow.
Keep suffering,
Like, with Flash, it's generally by about 12 minutes, he's got the game pretty close to wrap. He's strong here. Because it doesn't take that many tanks, and, like, even if you try to go through, how the center is kind of an X that you can see on the mini map, those low grounds on the sides of the X, like, can be completely shelled from the high ground from the tanks, and it makes it really tough. So oftentimes what you'll see on this map is, like, both players try to go a pretty heavy 5 factory and bully their way around.
Yeah, that makes sense. Notice how the position of that depot there is set up for Flash. That actually pops the SCV further out to the right. Whereas the depot here for Ample makes it so that bottom mineral patch, that SCV now mines in a straight line instead of curving.
Yeah, and you can technically make the SCV still mine in a straight line instead of curving, but that kind of simplifies it so that it never goes wrong, really.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's always good to set up your early buildings to help you in whatever way. It's funny because we've had that change over time as well. Like, we used to always see depots under the gas or the spawning pool under the gas.
No way.
We don't see that anymore. People have figured out that's actually not really all that helpful.
Rex? What is he doing, man? Oh, CC first.
I believe the idea back in the day was that made the mine in more of a straight line, so you got gas faster. Is that correct?
That's a much better approach.
But nowadays, so basically, if the gas is on top of the command center or Nexus or
if you guys
it requires 3
Can
to mine.
I,
if it's on the left,
I can
it
enter
requires
as
3 to
observer,
mine.
right?
And if it's on the right or
you
the
guys
bottom,
can
it
go
requires
best
4
of
to
3
mine.
in Brood War.
And depots
Oh,
and
is
stuff
that
don't
right?
help that. Yeah.
I was gonna be like, dude, is he actually
Is that true
building
for
barracks in the
Zerg and
middle of
Protoss
the
too?
map?
If it's
No.
on the bottom, you need 4?
Yeah,
wow,
for
okay.
100%
He hasn't
perfect.
gone
Bottom is
completely
better
4
than
yet.
right. But like
Right.
if you want it to be 100% mining time, then you need 4.
Wow. Okay.
So
this game, both
yeah.
players are getting command centers now. We do see Ample with a cross spawn scout.
Yeah, the
We are
command
not
center first
joking,
on both
Cooking.
sides. Like I said, this is why it didn't make sense to me
Set
what
the
Ample
date and
did
time,
in game 1,
please,
because like
Kappa.
you can just go command center first. Command center first has by far the highest win rate. Obviously, if you go like center barracks play, like double center barracks, it auto kills. But
was
double
flattered,
center
by the
barracks
way.
basically loses to everything else with like 90%. It's like a 4 pool almost in TVT. Where like, oh, they built their barracks in their main base, you lose. That's it. You're just dead.
All right, let me let's fucking just a little bit.
Flash has
Because
pulled a
TVT
decent
is
amount
a
of
bit
vultures
slow.
down there. Looks like the floating barracks for Flash. Excuse me. The floating
Let's get
barracks is
some
going to come
action
down,
going.
and it's not going to
So
see
what
that
is going
extra
to be,
factory over there where the natural
Vulture
is.
versus Vulture
And so the
into
powering
third
up is going to
base.
continue here. And
3, 4
yeah, I mean,
factories
we're going to
for
wait and see
Flash.
who's going to take that third base first here. But for now, okay, hold on. Flash is going to move out on the map.
Yeah,
He's got a ton of vultures.
Look at the gas banks. Flash took all of his SCVs off gas. Like, he's very optimized here. He's really got a plan, and he's going with it. He's going 5 factory speed vulture. And he's
speed
getting
vulture,
mines, of
okay.
course. Whereas Ample, he's still mining gas. He's on 4 factories. So, like, with Ample, like, this is super dangerous for him. The fact that he's moving out right now, he doesn't really know exactly what's going on. But Flash should be up in the vulture count by, like, at least 2 right now.
Yeah, well, here come the speed vultures. And this damage is going to start snowballing here. The Marines are gunned down immediately. And we can see this arc. It's beautiful surrounding these vultures.
Reinforcements,
We've got more
though.
vultures trickling in here for Ample. And this
Yeah,
is
Flash
basically the
wins.
idea. Is
He has the
Flash wants
numbers.
to push through here and just have
Not by
these
a whole lot,
vultures
but-
overwhelm Ample back at home. Ample, of course,
And
speed vultures
he's
cannot
gonna get
run
out
other speed
for-
vultures, and so it's going to be
well,
a lot more
defender's
moving
advantage
shots hitting and
now.
connecting. You
Flash
got to be
should
careful
stay
from this
here for a moment.
high ground to low
Is he
ground
gonna
to
get
high
out
ground
of the
area, but I
siege
think he's
tank?
got enough.
Is
He can just
Ample-
shove in.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
that's exactly what he's going to do. This game is actually already
let
over.
me kill him.
There's not really anything you can do from a position like this. Like, he's trying to utilize his
He went for
SCVs.
5
But
factory
even if
speed
he
vulture,
technically
man.
holds, he'll lose so many SCVs that he's never going to catch
this
up.
is over already. Look at the supplies.
Flash is just going to bowl him over here. Like, Ample really shouldn't have been on the map. He didn't really have that much intel. The thing is, he went 4 factory. So, like, if Flash is going 3 factory, that's a good move. Whereas Flash is going 5 factory. It's not like Ample could be going 6 factory. It's not really a thing, right? So Flash basically knows he has as
The
many
numbers.
vultures as you can have. So he had a lot
gonna
of
poke again
assurance
real
being
soon.
on the map, whereas Ample did not. And that's you can just kind of see the difference in the way that they think about the game.
Yeah, and Flash is going to be ready to pounce in here again.
He's waiting for the
and
last
the numbers
tree,
are
I
just
guess.
so high.
Just go.
And keep in mind, there's going to be
move.
mines here. If they bust
Hello?
through here, he can plant mines under where the tanks would pop out. He can kill all the SCVs. I'm actually surprised Flash isn't going in right now.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it seems to me like he is actually just like enforcing a victory. From here, like realistically, Ample should probably just try to start popping out tanks. And you
Well,
can
he
see,
has to,
like,
otherwise
Flash is
he
bringing a
will
tank now.
Straight up die.
As soon as he has a tank in position, like the game is going to
I'm
seal
actually
up.
surprised Flash didn't like keep
Because
kept
even
trading
if, like,
there.
let's say Ample sieges a row of tanks here and stays alive technically, like I said, containments on this map are brutal. Like, you have that high ground there, you have those bridges, and even if you didn't have those, you could contain their side of the map really heavily. So here comes Flash's tank, getting ready. Oh, the siege
Boom,
from Ample first,
go.
so that's nice.
He
And Flash-
hears that and he's like, all right,
Screw
go.
this, I'm killing that tank.
Oh my God. Yeah,
Move
that's
the other
the
units.
Game. I think
Come
there's
on.
no way that Ample can survive this. This tank is going to siege up. He can fire right in
kinda
the middle of
forgot
those
about
vultures
those.
and do so much damage.
Yeah, almost a little
One
bit
Wraith
over the
comes
top. Oh, a Wraith, okay. He does have a couple Marines. A Wraith technically beats 2 Marines. And a good pick-off on Flash's tank there. But this is still so dire. Like, look at the amount of mines he's putting down. Yeah, the comm stats are just now starting for Ample. Flash taking a third base on a gas.
I guess he didn't want to.
He's got more SCVs. Yeah, he's got his upgrade going.
He's like, let me just
real
slowly,
domination from Flash once
maybe
again.
guarantee this win. But it did really feel like he had like 20 seconds to just keep going.
This is rough. Yeah, it's
but
funny.
Who am I to even fucking
knew this like in PVZ and other matchups, but now that I'm looking at this for
doubting
TVT, I'm like, oh god, this is really hard to get out of.
Yeah,
you know, the mines, the bridges, the high ground, everything. It's so punishable.
If you get contained on this map, it's pretty.
It's
much
like sometimes
like,
if you're ahead,
so
just get more ahead, you know. Rather than
like these are good attempts from Ample, and you see him picking off some tanks and everything, but Flash just keeps falling back to positions.
And
even here is super advantage. Like if you see where his units are, the back of his units that are towards Ample, even containing there is good enough. Where it's so thin, you get 5-6 siege tanks there, and like nothing will ever break through. And you control like basically the whole map at that point. Ample trying to push up the breakthrough. A good idea, a good attempt here. Flash, though, with some pretty good targeting overall. Has some mines up here as well. Finally brought up the Goliath to deal with that Wraith. Or those 2 Wraiths.
And he's not able to quite get in there and get anything done. The Wraith count is low enough that it has to respect the 1 Goliath. And we now have a fully functional third base. The gas is being acquired. And Flash is just getting into a better and better spot. He's just finished his own 2nd starport. So he's going to be able to make double the amount of Wraiths here. We see the Wraiths of Ample coming in and scouting this, but he doesn't know about the placement of the 2nd starport here. So, you know, this is going to be a little bit tricky here. And, you know, if Ample can't get another base up here soon, he's just going to fall behind in every possible way and have to tap out there.
Yeah, there's a light tank containment up. Realistically, especially when you see him blinking 1 starport, you already know that there's at least 1 more. So he should probably back off of the Wraiths immediately. There's no way to win a Wraith battle in this type of position. Just double down on the ground units. Like, that might have actually been his last window to break through this containment, is right when we saw those Wraiths over in the main base. Like, Flash right now he's rallying up a whole lot more units and everything. It's going to become harder from here. Flash's closing in TVT is so strong.
And he sees
he sees the dropship. Oh my god.
Where are you going,
and it's not even going to be able to unload everything. That's a huge win there for Flash. He catches that and shuts it down so easily. Ample's only just started this command center that's over Flash, here at the third base. Oh my god, Flash is definitely not supposed to be targeting right now. He loses his rate.
He was looking
the problem is Ample's getting a base that doesn't even have gas at it.
Yeah.
He loses those rates. You know,
that's a small tanks, more Goliaths,
win for
rates, anything gas cost here. I mean, more up for Flash, plus that other base
that's gonna already force Flash to retreat a little bit.
Been mined from for some time now.
That is a big army for Flash, though.
Economy-wise,
if Ample could move forward right now, like just up to that edge right there, yeah, right around where he's sieging. Suddenly, this opens up more possibilities if he can hold this position. But Flash is going to push directly back in. He knows he has a big unit advantage at the moment. This 1 Goliath should be enough to push these Wraiths back. And yeah, beautiful mine hit there as he breaks through these tanks. Ample knows that his time in this game is limited.
He's making
both Cloak and a Valkyrie actually made over here. Yeah, it just seems like Ample's position outside of his base, close to the middle of the map, is so flimsy, so easily, set off center here. Oh god, okay, he's gonna come in here and scan. He's gonna go for these Wraiths. He is gonna get a kill on both of the Wraiths. Nicely done.
Well, that was one of Ample's tools that he had remaining, so I guess that was a good snipe overall. Ample, he has that mineral base, so he can produce like a lot of vultures here, but he's going to run really dry on gas really quickly, and he's even going towards +2, which of course is important. But Flash is able to afford so much, and he's even taking the bottom right,
is basically
which is a great move.
Guaranteed siege tank.
Yeah, the CC is almost done here at the bottom right. There is a 4th base to match it here for Ample over at 9 o'clock. The problem is that it's just such an awkward area. Like already in the middle of the map, Flash has a nicer arc. He's basically got that center control. Ample's going to send some vultures around. Now, that could even prompt Flash to try to dive in and break that position, but instead, he's going to send his vultures around to try to block these, basically.
Having +1 for a seller to 2-shot.
Yeah, great moves right there. To catch these vultures. Oh, okay, he does catch them. That's awesome, because this is one of the moves you're relying on when you take that mineral base.
But honestly,
like, okay,
again,
make vultures
it's just gonna be a matter of time.
I have to make a lot of them.
But like, I really feel like
he just has way too many minerals that are going to be building up.
Game earlier,
so he's trying to get some harassment. He lays a few mines, going to target down some SCVs. These are good moves from Ample. Like, Ample's doing some very smart, nice things. But Flash is like, the fact that he's swarming this that quickly. Look at this. He has a drop that's about to go off. You know, he's got the containment up. He's taking a 4th base, which is going to be 4 gas against 2. It continues to look better and better for him.
Yeah, he's going to drop. He's not going to drop anything. Fake? What is going on with this drop ship?
Well, he saw the vultures and Valkyrie coming up. He's like, well, we got to try somewhere else. That's not working.
Keep moving.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to go towards that mineral or that gas space. He probably knows that Ample has to be expanding down here. Because there's no winning this game without additional gases coming up.
Right.
Wow.
We can see the push here from the Goliath. The tank is going to come down here. Like, he's going to be hitting from that low ground.
Oh, let me target fire those SCVs. Oh, come on.
Like, he might think he can actually reclaim this. And I guess
man, I really thought he was going to go for
here,
it.
They can just go back to mining.
Select your 4 tanks, target fire that fucking SCV transfer.
Valkyrie. Ooh.
No, can't even get it away. You know, I think this is a necessity, is Ample just has to try to take it.
But he
can't keep playing this with 2 gases. It just will not end up working. Look at the width of that siege shank line. It's insane. +2 is already done for Flash. He's got cloak
if he gets more vultures here again, those SCVs are dead anyway. This is
even though
about
his economy's getting okay.
This is it.
Like,
are you going to try to play it out from here?
Infinite advantages here. And the thing is, he already had him, too. Like, look at this. This is 16 minutes in. If this was, like, Sharp vs. Light, I'm like, we're in for a 40-minute game, Tasteless. With Flash, we've been calling this over for 5-6 minutes already, I think.
I feel like we've called this game to be over more than almost any other game we've ever casted. But it really didn't look like that the whole time. I mean, Flash has just been dominating.
Yeah.
Now the SCVs that were forced in over here are going to end up getting all executed. They can't get back home safely. And Ample's position continues to crumble.
Flash is moving forward in the center of the map as well, unsieging his siege shank line, moving up, and look at this. He's just suffocating him. He's like a boa constrictor. Just going right around these tanks. He's denying that gas base.
Come on, Ample. Sorry, bro.
And Flash going to go into the final match. I tell you, Ample has had a good season.
Ample's
the guy
best
is
hope
improving
was to
a lot.
Have a best of
He's
three
a lot better than he used to be. I think you can see that, but
TBT
outclassed in this,
like
of course.
The worst.
Very
fucking
outclassed.
Set he could have got.
You know, Flash's
unfortunately
TBT
for him, he
so
got
scary.
it. Like if he beats
everybody I've ever casted,
like if he succeeds in that,
like he's just so perfect.
Push out timing against Bisu, like
frankly,
I don't know.
Makes it
Maybe
look
this
easy.
guy
It makes the matchup look like a short matchup in general.
Could have done a totally different thing.
He did very well there. And
all right, so the final set
the
we
way
all
that he
been
was
waiting
doing
for.
It was nothing like out of the ordinary.
Fucking
Ample.
Welcome back, everybody. This is it. One of these two players is going to move on into the round of 8. Bisu versus Flash. Flash ended up losing to Jaedong earlier today, proving that he can be beaten. Is it possible that Bisu does what Jaedong managed to do, or is Flash going to escape this group as everybody has expected him to do?
Wow. You know, a lot of people point towards Jaedong Flash as the greatest rivalry ever, but these two have such a rivalry as well. The first big game that Flash won was a cheese he did to Bisu on Monty Hall, and the last Pro League game I believe ever played was Flash versus Bisu in one of the closest nail biters ever. I mean, these two are awesomely matched for each other. Let's see how it goes.
This is so close, man. Honestly, anyone can work here. I want to see, obviously, the legend still.
Okay, both players sharing the left side. Bisu in the bottom and Flash in the top. Before we get into this game, guys, our final plug of the evening. Consider signing up for our Patreon. We hope we can earn your support.
So much history between each other, man.
You know, the beautiful thing about StarCraft is it's never going away.
I have no idea
what's so many different sports are in
win rates,
turmoil, or they're shrinking, or they're not being supported correctly. One good thing about StarCraft is it's always been so grassroots, and there's always been such a scene outside of just publisher support. The game's in a really healthy spot. So consider signing up and supporting us. We want to continue to share the story of StarCraft to the rest of the English-speaking world. This is truly an incredible game. It's never too late to pick it up, but it's never too late to start watching either.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Like, a lot of people come in and ask, like, should I even bother? It's like, well, I mean, if you're going to learn an RTS game, StarCraft 1 is the one, because we know it's never going to be patched. You know? Like, whatever you learn will last you forever. Look at this. TVP top 3, 83%. Second place, 58%. Are you kidding me? Is that the dumbest stat you've ever seen? It's Rush second, Light third, by the way. But, like...
It's too much, man. It's crazy.
That's stupid. That doesn't even make sense. It's better than Snow's PVT win rate. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for signing up for the Patreon.
Wait, what?
It's better than second, Light thing. It's TVP top 3, 83%. Second place, 58%. Are you kidding? Look at this. Ever going to be packed. You're going to learn an RTS game. StarCraft 1 is the one, because we know it's never going to be patched. You know? Like, whatever you learn will last you forever. Look at this. TVP top 3, 83%. Second place, 58%. Are you kidding me? Is that the dumbest stat you've ever seen? It's Rush second, Light third, by the way. But, like...
It's too much, man. It's crazy.
Oh, okay.
That's stupid. That doesn't even make sense. It's better than Snow's PVT win rate. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for signing up for the Patreon. We really appreciate it. Check it out. Patreon.com/ASL English.
Holy fuck, man.
So Bisu, once again, is going to go for his forward gateway build. He really loves this build order. This is really kind of his way to play. And I think it's actually going to be Pylon Gate Pylon, if I'm seeing the minimap correctly here.
Okay, so that means that he's going to get more than one zealot here. But yeah. I wonder if he might try to expand quickly or something off of this, because he scouted Flash really quickly and he sees this is a perfect
because it's
city,
ridiculous, man.
And it's a factory expansion. And like, Terrans just don't care about zealots if they go for this type of build. And especially when the probe comes this early, you just assume there's going to be a zealot on the way. It's actually the correct theoretical move is to do exactly what Flash is doing, where you don't even scout, you prepare for the zealot, and you just make sure your factory's on time, which he's going to be able to do here.
So the Marine can fit in between the buildings where the CC and the depot are.
And
in a way that the Zealot can't.
Depot and racks too, Tasteless. Like, it's everywhere it can fit, and the Zealot can't.
So factory expand again.
So the Marine's just a little bit smaller. Now, right now, he's actually chasing this, so maybe he will end up getting some hits off on this. But once you see that Zealot coming, you know what you got to do. He is going to get a couple moving shots off with the probe. God, Bisu's control is so good.
Look at his fucking probe micro, bro.
Yeah. Amazing.
He even blocked the Marine for a second.
I'm surprised Flash went out there at all, because it's so clear what's happening.
I don't know
and
if
that was just
probe
perfect
micro,
execution for Bisu, getting maximum damage there for, taking minimum damage. He should really just pull back, though. It's clear Flash isn't going to take any more damage from here.
These
so
small
now we've
little
got the second Zealot, and I
trades.
believe it's a Dragoon moving across, or soon to be a Dragoon. Or is it already one Dragoon? I haven't really seen it.
The Dragoon hasn't popped yet, but it will very shortly.
So 2 Zealots, SCV
I was wondering if he maybe skipped the second Zealot and went straight into Dragoon. So he's got 2 Zealots out here. And again, when you play like this, even if it doesn't look like a lot's getting done, one of the most important factors is that there is no way for Terran to kind of force a command center down here. You basically have to respect the threats that are on the map. Now, the bunker makes very fast, so this bunker is going to be done, which means the command center can finally be thrown down, and the Vulture can run around here and try to go inside the main and get some kills.
He's going to spot it.
Yeah, and remember we saw Organ just not make the bunker in time and just die. You can see how Flash takes it very seriously. He sees what's going on, and he instantly makes the bunker before the command center. And in fact, Bisu hasn't started his Nexus yet. I think he was waiting for that to get pushed away to start it. He wants it to be like, ooh, am I going DT's Flash? Do you need to get a turret? I think he's trying to kind of bait him into over.
Bisu making sure Flash doesn't try to cut any corners. He's like, if you
so the Nexus is going to start.
Try to play slightly greedy against me, I'm going to punish you.
A little bit of back and forth. you know, with the moves here. It's crazy, by the way, how thorough Bisu is at checking the entire map and trying to find the one vulture. Like, he's really hunting that thing.
He is. I thought he was going to catch it there. His Dragoon was really close to going to that ramp. But it looks like Flash does escape, and he has that SCV out there to repair, so that's really good for him. Losing your first vulture is super painful when you're going for mines. Because that's like, every single mine is really, really worthwhile.
Yeah, that's...
And by the way, Flash is going for the second factory.
That's
so
massive.
what Flash normally does with this is he'll get mines and then speed.
Robo,
does he have mines right now? Because I don't see him getting an upgrade. So maybe he already has. No, he actually skipped both.
No.
Okay, so he's going to do a 3-tank push. If you're skipping both, it's to speed up the factory. And once you get 2 factories and 2 tanks going, you start getting mines. Yeah, and C is making Marines. So we're going to see Flash do a very fast push here against Bisu.
Just to make sure.
The best thing Bisu could do is like a 3-gate, but I think he's going to just stay 2-gate.
Don't die to any Terran push.
I think so. So these types of pushes are particularly strong in this phase of the game because the gateway is part of the wall-in.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, if you can just get any kind of position, you end up killing off one of their gateways. And in this case, he would cut in half his Dragoon production.
This is going to be a
smart to do as well when you're both sharing a side of the map. The travel distance is very small. And so we've got that 3rd tank out here.
Dude, he's
making more Marines, by the way.
Yeah. And not just more Marines, he went second add-on. So this isn't a 3-tank timing attack. I believe it's a 5-tank timing attack. This is a build where if you happen to go DT, it's just a free win. There's 0 play from Terran, but against specifically something like 2-gate Observer,
if you get some river
crushing build. Like, they just don't have enough goons to stop you.
And Scarab, the clumped Marines, like that's.
He's got one pylon put out here. I think he suspects that the rush is coming. We had to have gotten Reaver Tech, right? Oh my God, this is so
10 Marine.
So you got to remember,
5 tanks,
8 shots
some
to
SCVs.
kill a tank. It takes 4 to kill a Marine.
Oh God.
So 8 shots isn't that many when it comes to killing tanks.
I don't know if that's 2-gate or 3-gate for Protoss though. But that Reaver
just soaking
is going to be so crucial.
Is going to be so hard to fight. Now he's going for that Reaver Tech. I don't know if the Reaver's going to be out here in time.
It will, not
this is
at the start,
scary,
but eventually it will come out.
Flash will probably kill him with this. He has enough Marines that you can't drop a Reaver Zealots on top of these tanks. Like, he is going to clear this really quickly. He already has siege mode. He can build some missile turrets in here.
He's going to engage?
Push into this because
he's pulling probes.
He sees this and he knows how strong it is, but Flash is going to crush this army.
He's sending his own probes up here.
I don't know, man. Those probes.
The Dragoons can get some shots off on these tanks. Oh my God, the targeting is actually very poor. It's like he spread the damage evenly on
the Reaver is coming out.
Oh
Where's the fucking Reaver?
Now the Reaver is slow. It was a 2-gate Observer opening.
2-gate, not 3-gate.
And Flash
you can tell difference, man. I told you, if he win 3 gates,
destroying. It's such a strong
build. It's like the safest build to not die.
Especially against this. It looks like
he's going to
go for a counter, which makes sense. Like, maybe if he can get up there and like find a hole in the missile turrets and get a ton of SCVs.
These players do not fuck around,
Maybe he can crawl back into the game,
like,
but he knows right now it's a very slim
chances. Bitch. I'm just gonna fucking kill you right now.
Yeah, now that's Spider-Man. And you know, the problem is I just don't know that he's going to get a lot done. You're not going to be able to equalize this with any kind of damage here. And the Nexus is going to go down. I mean, I would be surprised if he stays in the game for much longer. Even if he tries to push in a little bit further, there's mines on the ground. He's going to try to land right square here in the base. The turret's going to finish. In fact, he might not be able to get away from this other turret in time.
He will lose some SCVs, but...
All right, trying to kill some tanks, maybe.
Beautiful defense.
Okay, he flies out. Man, he knows how rough this is, though. Like, this happens sometimes. The Terran will do a kind of risky rush like this and just get super far ahead. His shuttle is near dead at this point. Even a Marine could threaten it.
Wow.
Yeah. Bisu is even supply blocked, man. No, I don't think
I'm sorry for Bisu, man, but I really want to see Flash keep going, man.
Bisu
Come on!
Is sitting here thinking,
he's been out 6 years, man.
Last season.
Imagine if he comes back and wins the whole fucking tournament.
And then Ample had to pick Jaedong, who had to pick Flash.
Basically telling everyone, suck on it, bitches.
This is not fair. You know? Like, it's messed up because he's legitimately one of the best players in the world right now, but Jaedong really punked him, and Flash is just trashing him at the moment. Like, it is... This is not a close game. This is not a game that anyone can fight back from.
If he went for 3 gates, Robo, man, instead of rushing the Reaver, I think this, he holds. He has more units
this is
out.
like an impossible
You can tell it was so
situation.
close when he pulled the probes.
I think pushes like this, or if it's on one base,
but
you
he
can
didn't.
Maybe, give up your Nexus.
Flash did a
and then,
perfect timing.
Go into shuttle play.
Yeah,
here we are.
Shuttle speed and stuff like that. But in a game like this, I'm like, I don't think this is going to do anything. You're so behind. What are you going to do? Expand? You're not going to have the ability to like drop the main and kill everything. You just don't have enough stuff. You can't break the contain and you can't drop the main. Like you're so far behind in every impossible way.
Like, this is so
and just imagine how
Flash is like, all right, well, I'll dare you to try anything, man.
He's going to hit his stride in macro. He's adding factories right now. You're at such a limited economy. Like double speed shuttles flying past, and Flash is like, all right, I'll go home. We'll defend this. It's fine.
Yeah. I'll see you over there.
I'm still mining off of 2 bases.
I'll meet you in my base.
More units,
You're not going to kill anything.
Yeah, he's going to drop the Reavers over here.
Great mine.
Siege.
And you can basically just make this forest of tanks sieged up everywhere. And the Reavers can't really get anywhere. I wouldn't even mind seeing a Wraith, honestly. Like 1 starport and a Wraith in a moment like this.
Oh, yeah. I actually really like that play. Because they're so reliant on the shuttle play. But, like, I also see what Flash is doing, where it's like, yeah, just make a lot of units. You don't have to be fancy here. There's nothing technical about this. You can just bludgeon. And look at how many depots he's building. He's just making it really hard to try to clear any of this as well. Maybe Zealot legs on the way. Dude, he has a Nexus making at 6 o'clock.
Tanks and turrets, like...
Oh, I like the Reavers trying to slow this down.
Ooh,
very good hit right there.
Very good. Scarab.
Yeah, nice Reaver shots here.
Sniping some tanks.
Oh my god, it's just not enough there. JD Bisu taps out.
Wow.
That's a rough first game. That's really rough.
Yeah, that was disappointing. I think...
well, not really disappointing. It's just that Bisu didn't know about these 5 tank 10 marine push-outs. If you went for 2 gates,
if they're attacking you, you can then hold the
River
attack.
play, which is like super standard.
If they're not,
like,
then you at least do a drop there, right?
Just blindly go 3 gates tops.
Observer,
if you want to play like super
Reaver when you're that close,
that's about it.
The only thing that happens is the observer gets out and you see how far behind you are.
Look at this.
And then
I see what you're saying, yeah. Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
At these Korean chicks,
my god. Are we actually going to have to be on camera today? What's going on here?
I know. What is going on? I'm naked right now, Artosis. I wasn't ready for this.
Wow, finally. Okay, anyways, yeah, that was a bit of a rough one. Sometimes you feel like you got to just get your expansion up really quick against Flash too, because he's just so good at macroing out on multiple bases. But that was a rough one because, again, that's a build where if you are doing the right thing, you just smash it, right? Like, even if it was fast Reaver, it would have been better against that for sure, like you said. Or if you happen to go DT, you free win against that build. But that build, if it hits exactly what Bisu does... It's the easiest thing in the world. It's crazy how easy it is. You just roll, you just have more. That's it.
Yeah, I love the extra Marines. I think he got up to like 9 or 10 Marines in that push. It's like
right now in Terran versus Protoss, like Protoss builds have gotten very strong there, and it's interesting to see that Flash actually vetoed match point.
All right, guys, this is game 2 in this best of 3. Remember, the winner is going on into the round of 8 in the 3rd spot remaining. Right now, Flash with a 1-0 lead. And we have cross spawns this time. Let's see if Bisu does that gateway expand again. He really has been doing this build a lot lately. And it does seem to be one where he just wants to force the Terran to play a certain way. And from there, he's very comfortable with whatever kind of game he's going to have.
Yeah. All right. I'm excited. I hope that Bisu does like a Nexus first here. I think it would be a very, very reasonable idea. And it is cross spawn, so we know that he would get away with it. That would be... Because I really do want to see them play on Jane Doe. I'd love to see what Flash has prepared for that map in Terran vs. Protoss.
Yeah, I'm curious about, especially when you get someone of his caliber, how he approaches these very unusual maps. And so this one's going to be a pylon in the main. Now, we could still have Nexus first, although I think Bisu's done the least Nexus first builds out of all the Protosses in ASL.
I think you're right about that.
He likes to gate expands.
It does look like it, though,
really likes
doesn't
the old school. Yeah, he's a gateway Protoss.
It's a Nexus first. There it is.
Though. It's an
I saw him spend minerals after the pylon was out. So that's definitely he'll be going for that cross spawn Nexus first. And oh my god, Flash is actually going to go command center first. Are you kidding me?
No.
How does he predict this, man? How does he do it? That's crazy.
Oh my god, we're going to get the cast Nexus first versus command center first?
Yeah, we are.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it doesn't surprise me much, man.
How this is supposed to play out because it never happens.
How quickly do you scout each other is the big question here, because you both want to go as greedy as possible, and Bisu is not cross-spawn scouting. If Flash cross-spawn scouts Tasteless, I'm leaving. I'm done. The thing is, I've seen him do it before with a command center first. It's like hilarious. But we'll see. Yeah, on the Terran side, like you're just going to make sure that your bunker is up in time. You're going to go into your factories and everything. For the Protoss side, it's like there's so many different variants of this, you know? There's the Forge one, which it doesn't look like he's doing. Luckily for him, it looks like he's doing a pretty greedy variant right now.
He did go for his gas.
Just building, bro.
So right now we are on the path to being super greedy here. Let's see if he gets a forge or anything.
Well, Bisu's gonna know.
Looks like he's not. He's going to go for a cybernetic explorer, and the probe's going to get in here. And when you see the command center is that far along, you know this is command center first.
For sure.
Now let's not forget. I mean, we already saw Flash go command center first today and lose versus JD.
That is true.
There is a world where. Yeah, there is a world where Bisu can try to figure out exactly how to play this. And I'm not sure what that play is, but he wants to be greedy. So I don't know how fast you want to take your third Nexus. I don't know if you want to try to tech up to some kind of weird direction. But Bisu's going to show us that answer.
Yeah, that's a very good question, because this is not something that gets explored very often.
I mean, what can you do, man? You go one gate to a river drop,
so faster. Now, it looks like he's going to make a robo. I think going observer here would just be dumb. Like, it doesn't make sense because mines and speed are so far away.
You can go for
Although that being said, Flash getting in here, seeing robo, seeing no spinning cybernetic score, only one gateway. He doesn't need to make siege tanks. He could go into Vulture from this.
That is true.
Wow. Okay.
He's immediately started his 2 factories. This was, I think, a robo before the first Dragoon.
Everything, right?
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
No, you're definitely right.
It feels like this Dragoon it should have been out a while ago.
He's just not going to make units, man. He doesn't need units. Yeah. He's playing against Command Center first. Oh, wow. And there's the second gas. So, it looks to me like he's going to go directly into Reaver.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
My first thought.
He's getting his wall in set up over here at his natural.
Reaver,
and one of the tricky things is, like, when you do a super fast Nexus and you see they with Command Center first, you would think you would make like a Nexus immediately, but one of the problems you might run into is that you don't really have enough surface area to protect yourself from even the smallest number of vultures.
Yes.
And that's what he's going for.
That is exactly it. What you have to be really, really worried about. Especially when he gets a scout like that. Like, no range. Man, you don't need a tank. Absolutely not. In fact, he already has gone armory. Like, maybe he goes tank here and puts some pressure on with, like, a tank marine push, but I could see him just going directly into Vulture as well. Like, there's a lot of ways to play it as Flash. He definitely has the, has an upper hand in the intel. I mean, on Protoss' side, you kind of know what he's doing, because it's not like, oh, maybe he's putting out 2 starports. No. You know? Like, he's definitely got 2 factories. A starport would be pretty far out there. But still, you don't know if he's going to go Vulture or tank or what.
Yeah, there's nothing plugging up the entrance over here. So he's got a probe over here. He's ready to just throw a pylon down if he has to. In fact, he does. He preempts it. Again, Bisu right now has like 2 Dragoons to his name.
Yeah.
So he's going to pick up this Reaver. I don't know if any Zealots are made. He might have made 1 or 2 to put in there, or maybe even the 3rd Dragoon is inside the shuttle. I'm not so sure.
I saw him put 1 Zealot in, so I actually think he has 2.
Okay.
And when you said he has 2 Dragoons to his name, yeah, his 2nd Dragoon just popped out at 5 minutes and 50 seconds. So he finally has 2 Dragoons. And by the way, it was mines first. So Flash adapting to the situation pretty well. I don't think Bisu will get any damage done with this, but it's good to at least force missile turrets and things like that. I hope he doesn't dive with it, though, because I could see Flash knowing how to kill Bisu if Bisu loses this shuttle. That would be a very Flash thing to know. Even though I look at it, I'm like, I don't know. I don't think there's a kill room there, but Flash probably knows one.
So he's going to have his first observer rallied up there to take the third base
Spider-Man
over at 3 o'clock. The vultures come in, snipe the probe, and it seems like Flash just barely has enough, to the point where I don't know that he's going to really be able to get anything done here. I also assume shuttle speed is almost finished.
Yeah, I think you're right. And there it is. It is finished. He's going to go ahead. Oh, my... Dude.
He's like, where are you going, little Jimmy?
I can't believe he did that.
Well,
I can't
happily
either.
traded my Marines.
I can't believe he did that.
Get the fuck out.
What?
Yeah, he should have retreated.
No units? Like, he's sitting on 2 base. What do you think he's doing right now that's going to work?
Yeah, I don't know.
It breaks my heart.
Have, like,
I
kept
actually
going
love Bisu. I love his play, but
the
I see a move
or,
like that.
Or just retreat. That was super questionable.
It's brainless. Like, he's sitting on 2 base. There's no reason. First off, not only should you not get damage, but to just coin flip where you're going to send it in on a one-way journey. It's like, at least fly around the edges and try to check things. My God.
Yeah, I'm always confused in moments like that. It's like you're basically hoping.
He's not playing his best game, man.
You can
might
just
be
shoot
tilted.
down FSCVs, I guess. Because in games like this,
already
like
from the first game against Jadon, with the lurker all in cheese, and then he lost to Macro to Jadon, and then Flash just murdered him in the previous game.
If you see turrets,
there's
and
like
just
all of that.
Yes,
and then making a second Reaver, going back and picking that up.
Impact, you know, like and
I don't know. You know,
your decision making
you're right.
is not
That's it. That's how you play. Is you slow him with the Reaver. You make the turrets. You don't just like be like, wow, I hope I can kill all his SCVs and try to fly in.
And now,
and if you're going to do a move like
Flash
that,
is
you
gonna
probably
counter.
need 2 shuttles.
Like,
one full of Zealots to just tank. The other one's
your
the
third
actual
was
shuttle.
Massively delayed.
Reaver
You just lost.
combo, but anyways, I think
the
that
speed shuttle with a Reaver.
Flash is just going to push him and kill him here. I could be wrong.
There is a window. If not kill you, at least
here,
put
so
some pressure on your
stall,
third base.
But, you know,
the push
Flash
is so scary.
Rapidly approaching the space. Yeah.
He's not even going to try with that high ground situation. He's going to move over these ramps. He's got such good position here. Look at that spread too.
To the left
even
side.
That one tank at the top is actually really strong. Bisu's trying to run by. He's just taking all this extra damage.
Yeah, he's going to come in here from behind. Oh my God! A lot of these Zealots are getting pulled into the mix. He can get in between the rest of these tanks reinforcing.
But reinforcements from the Terran.
Some vultures going to get up in the mineral line as well. Not looking good for Bisu right now.
God.
It's kind of crazy that Bisu's just going down
It's
to straight up,
like,
2 base pushes here.
Classic Flash. You make one mistake.
You can't throw away that Reaver. It just doesn't. It doesn't.
99% of the time, you're gonna get
You're
instantly punished, man.
To be
like,
lucky against the best defender in the world, like. Even if his units weren't standing right there,
now
the odds of you getting anything done are still very low. Even if they're in the middle of his base, he'll just react to wherever your Reaver is very quickly, and you're probably going to lose.
This is it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to try to come in here now. He's going to do the Zealot drop, try to unload onto some of these tanks in the back.
Obviously, you will hope for.
Can he get some Reaver shots off over here?
More, maybe
he's
Epic
picked
Games.
off so many shuttles.
Bisu involved. But, it is
more tanks coming up. A bunch of mines being laid as well. Flash continues to push in.
When I saw the first game
between
the best of one Flash and Jadon, I was like, yes,
Jadon
won with perfect gameplay, but it's not like Flash was
sadly short run.
He was also playing
ASL. I think he did
good,
not
solid, like you're
at
used
least
to seeing
in
him.
this series, or at least in that game, play to his
good
level.
luck to the other two.
Got caught, but that was purely bad decision making from him that cost him that game.
He can obviously play better than this.
I think it was
just not his day. That's all.
Set of TVTs there. I don't know. Again, that shuttle line in there. It's like, man, legend, I don't think this is how you want to play against the Flash. I think it's fine to see turrets and go, okay.
And Jadon,
he's at least spending money and matching what I've got.
Absolutely, 100%.
Had he gotten a second or even a third shuttle and just kept macroing, I think he could have handled the push.
Played so well.
I don't know that Flash would have pushed to begin with had the shuttle not been thrown away.
Totally.
But yeah, I mean, he just kind of. So this is the move. Now notice that Flash basically backed up and he said, okay, he's not. He saw the shuttle.
Bro, he even had a Goliath and tank in the main. So if he keeps going, he's even waiting for him with more units.
Here, I'm going to literally just block it. It was beautiful, honestly.
Yeah. No, it was exactly. It was perfect.
That's it. You know? Let me counter you and kill you.
Room the shuttle could surviving it through here, and so he's going to try to do damage. And he basically put it back into a spot where it would be impossible to turn the shuttle around.
It is what I do, man.
Because by then the turret would have killed it on the way back out. So it was really impressive. I think Bisu had some good ideas trying to come out like this, but it's too late. You know, you can't let them set up a foothold like that. He had some great micro, but ultimately, you know. Things got very disjointed, and it was when these three vultures, I think they come through the bottom here and they kill the probes, and this is where it's like, oh, now you're not in the game anymore.
Exactly.
Awesome,
this is it.
Yeah, maybe if he breaks the push
here,
super strong, doesn't lose all those probes, maybe the game goes on and we have a cool game. But yeah, there
Flash
was too
here,
many
he was already.
It's unfortunate. I think this could have been an amazing best of 3.
Yes, it could have
been. A quick interview.
ASL 시즌 21 16강 시조 경기 모두
We've just wrapped up Group C of the round of 16 here at ASL Season 21, as we have our second player through to the round of 8 today. He's back in the quarterfinals after 6 years. It's Flash.
After
Congratulations.
6 years, man.
Thank you. You're back on the ASL stage after 6 years, and once again, realizing your potential, you move on to the round of 8. It was not an easy run.
Well, you can tell he barely lost that game against Jadon.
How are you
then
feeling?
He 2-0s both opponents, like, you know.
I thought I was getting knocked out after losing that first match. I'm happy to advance. I will surely make it into the semis and the finals, so I hope Jadon does too, because I want to play him again. In the game against Jadon, you went for a CC first, and a truly extraordinary expression painted itself on your face as you lost that game. My build worked, but I still lost. My pride took a hit. I was in a sour mood all throughout. I was certain I would win and advance without losing a single map. I lost
you
this
almost
time,
did it,
but I will
man,
certainly win the next time we meet.
You just had to play an extra series, that's all.
2 games in the round of 16 of ASL. Yes. Both times to Jadon. Right. That's enough to light a fire in your heart. What unfolded
Imagine
today
the finals
makes it
between
ever
these
so
two, man.
exciting to see what this
Wouldn't
season
that be
holds for
epic?
both you
Jadon versus
and
Flash in the
Jadon.
finals?
You took that loss, and from the losers match onward, you played without error. It was like seeing a computer play. You once more went for a CC first today in the match against Bisu on Knockout. Right. Any reason? It was a build I had prepared. It's a reverse hill, reverse ramp map. One where you go CC first a lot. I had a good win rate with it in practice, so I went for it. I can see how losing the first match must sting if you're Flash, but from the fans' perspective, it was all the more reason to be happy because they got to see you play even more games today. What are you going to show in the extended series in the quarterfinals? I'm slowly regaining my old skill.
Flash fans, bro.
I don't think my games are that bad. In the round of 8, I can meet Soma or Snow. Right, and tomorrow's... Right, full Terrans. Right.
Alright, boys.
Well, I'd like to
I'm
play
gonna take a
against
break.
one of the contenders for the title.
See you all next time.
Put up a good fight in the round of 8 and go to the semis, then the finals. When I go through the round of 16, I win. Like I said, even what, 16 years ago? I'll try and win this time again.
What I was hoping for.
Just like when I talked to Jadon, Flash also has a certain conviction in his voice.
It didn't go well
It's a
for
season of
Bisu,
so
but-
many expectations. I'm sure you had many people help you put on such a show today. Yes,
That's how it
truly
goes.
a lot. Soma, Action, Lava,
Anyways,
Hero,
peace out, dudes.
Baxter, and
Good day and see you next time.
Tolbo. Thank you so much.